faces ever again. Basically not taking any responsibility for what they're doing. Although we had a good chat and we're like, can you please be a bit more, not go crazy and do stuff, but actually, and stop putting people at risk. We don't know if we took it on board or not, but we then got to hide on. Cost 100 gold per person to get in, so it basically Edinburgh Festival vibes. We got in, got to Burnie's flat. I don't know what number or level of hell we count it as, but essentially it's full of birds that laugh at his jokes whenever he says anything that is funny or not. We're all staying in the kids' room that has no kids, because Burnie has some bunk beds, because one day he wants kids. We're all a little bit creeped out. Also, they're having some winter games, which apparently everyone's trying to hire Moryn for, because he is a peak specimen of humanity. Did I miss anything? Oh, and we also got Morelka, our one-armed orphan, to wake up from her catatonic state that we found her in last time, only to discover that she is part of a family where her mum worshipped Penitent, the big devil guy who is not exactly happy with the world.
100% correct. Yeah, so we'll start off where we left off. You guys all are inside this kind of healing hut outside the Temple of Matil in Hydon. Well, I think everyone... Burnie wasn't there. Moryn, were you there? I think you went.
I think I was there.
I would assume so.
No, I have to be there because I'm the one that carries the unconscious girl about.
Yeah, that's your job.
Strong enough to not be bothered by it.
Yeah, so everyone hears Morelka say this, and she kind of almost like her legs kind of come out from underneath her, just kind of like falls to the ground, but it's not like unconscious, but like just kind of like her legs come down, and she's like lying side on with like her hand holding her up, and she's just kind of like looks more kind of looking down, more confused, and just kind of like her vision is just kind of like she's hard to look or anything like that. It's up to you guys what you want to do here.
Can I just look at the rest, look at Morelka and just walk forward? Try and get her hand in mine and just say, "Are you all right?"
I don't feel right. I can hear my mother's words, but they're not making any sense.
She's speaking to you now?
In bits and scrambled sentences. I don't understand it.
No words at all? Or can't make anything out?
No. Just prayers I would hear her say, but they're all... It's almost like I'm hearing them from another room.
Is it constant or coming and going?
It's constant.
Kind of look over at Venis, as in like, do you want to get in on this kind of look?
Venis will like crouch next to Odeysus, but he's like kind of... He's just listening and kind of feeling it out.
How long have you been awake?
15 minutes or so.
This may subside. I'm going to look at her up and down and go, this is a problem we can sort. However, you've spent the past 2 days unconscious with no food. You need to eat. So first things first, we're going to get some food on you. We can get you some new clothes. And then we can sort this out, alright?
Yeah, just hear it in my head. I'll try to eat something.
We can sort it, don't worry. Moryn, I hate to ask.
I'll walk there.
You sure?
I've slept for the past 2 days. I'd rather walk.
Very well. I'll try and help her to her feet.
Yeah, you help her to her feet. She gets up near. You take her hand and kind of help her. She not limping, but kind of like struggles to get to where she's going. But she's following you guys now. Where you're going?
Can I? Oh wait, no. These people don't speak, do they?
No.
Are any of them here?
They're there. They were just kind of waiting outside the room because you guys were dealing with the situation.
As they're going past, I kind of want to hand her to somebody else. Go over to one of them, and just say, "Thank you. Anything we should know?"
they just kind of look at you with a blank expression, just kind of like there's not much they can say.
Fair enough. Don't know I expected anything else. Thank you again.
No, there's nods and kind of go back into the room and start cleaning up.
Kind of get outside and look at the rest. Should we go back to Burnie's flat, or?
I think that's
Is
the best
there-
place.
Is there anywhere else? Like an alleyway that's infested with rats?
Rilke, are you a fan of birds?
They don't care at the moment. I'm just trying
You
to...
will.
Bernie's house has a bed that she can rest in. I think that's the best place to go.
Let's get her back. Get some food on the go. So yeah, I imagine we get back to the flat with Rilke.
Yeah,
Get some
you
food on.
get back in and you kind of like sit her down. She's at the table and she's able to eat a couple of things. There is like an office where Burnie was, and as you can tell, it's just kind of like closed right now.
Okay. Gonna sort of, I've just sitting down. I want to take Venis aside and just be like, "Have you ever come across anything like this before?"
No, nothing. I'm far from a healer as well. Besides, the same thing you can do, where we can both check if there is a certain amount of evil or good in a person.
True.
Next time we get to a holy site, we can perhaps pray for some aid, as in study our spells a little more.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
I've not bothered to request any other spells of my god since the day I met you.
I know a few that may help, but nothing. I'm not exactly sure about these. You know. Besides the things that we've already tried, we can detect what's there. But as for extracting evil from this person, we don't even know what's causing it. If it's just communication, or if there's something in her.
Did she? So she said that it's the voice of her mother.
Yes.
But why would her mother want to damn her own child like this?
Maybe she's not damning her. Maybe she's just trying to get her child to do something. If she
Do we
believed
know-
in penitence,
Do we know what it is that she wants her child to do?
I think that's what they're trying to convey.
We'll let her eat up and
What was that?
rest. We'll let her eat food and rest, and then maybe we can probe a little deeper into what it is she's hearing.
I believe so.
I have to extend my apologies. I'm very much a point at something and make it explode kind of cleric.
No, I understand. It's just I never know exactly how much you know. I'm not exactly a point at something and explode kind of cleric, so both come in useful. But it's more your wisdom that I appreciate than ability.
Oh,
And both are appreciated.
thank you for thinking I have wisdom to give Odysseus. But I'm more than happy to be I'm more than happy to bounce suggestions.
It's appreciated. Let's get some
I think
food
we should
and-
find out. We should find out what exactly it is that's being said, and then we can. It could be that it's not her mother.
That is my worry.
Yes.
Yes, I'll see what the rest of the team think.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone
Go
else?
back.
Is everyone else eating? It's kind of like Burnie doesn't have a lot in his house. There's like eggs and
Of
like
course, there's eggs.
Of course, fucking
there's
Nothing
eggs,
but eggs. Every
eggs.
cupboard is full of eggs.
Of course, he's fucking getting them from all the birds. Jesus Christ!
Oh,
I've only
God.
just put that
Oh,
together.
God.
Oh my
Eh,
god, he-
How has that only just clicked?
There's eggs, bottles of milk in there. And what else did they say was in? Oh, and he said like I'm not gonna say the number he said, but I'll say there's a couple of heads of cabbage.
Oh
I would like to
god.
think that I've like cracked. I'm making an omelette out of like the largest eagle he has.
I will take
It's like
one
a
look at the
giant.
meager provisions. I will leave. Moryn leaves and returns with actual food.
Question: what does Moryn, a man who has never lived in society, count as actual food, and how
Right,
much did he
there's-
pay for it?
Eat.
There's like
This is-
bacon and steak.
If you're going out and buy meat at this time, it's going to cost you about 10 gold.
Yeah,
Nickel and dime in you.
just I mean, yeah.
No,
fuck
no.
it.
Let Moryn do it. Let Moryn do it. Let the man shop.
Yeah. I like to think he goes out the door, and I immediately just go, "Oh no!" Like it's too late.
Right, what do foxes eat? Just starts going around.
What does
like,
the fox eat?
I don't know
Bring
what
a kibble.
a tiefling eats either.
Yeah, you get food till you come back.
Yeah, it's just like basic shit that isn't fucking eggs and cabbage.
Yeah, and everyone's just kind of sitting and eating and whatnot.
Hardboiled bacon.
Who's in my house?
Fuck off. The people who are staying here.
Oh, hi guys. Sorry. And Burnie will walk out into the hangar, out from his office. Hi.
There's omelette for you.
Yeah, the omelette, yeah, good, yeah. And just he'll kind of go down to eating his omelette.
Oh, wait, what time is it here again?
I'd say right now it was getting towards night time, so we'll say it now. It's about 6 p.m.
So, first day in the city. How was it for everybody? What did you all get up to?
People keep trying to pay me a lot of money.
For the games?
Yeah, I've been offered like 200 gold.
Oh,
to,
why?
like, just a random guy. It's a bit
Maybe you
weird.
should look into it a little bit.
Maybe, but like, got more important shit to do.
True. I mean, the games are good tradition. You would be invaluable to any team, I suppose.
I'm obviously gonna win whatever game I play, but we've got more important things to do. I mean, like there's Marilka, and then there's your son, and then there's Cardinal, and then there's the fact that we really need to hire a fucking interior decorator.
Moryn's right, we're not here for the games.
I appreciate you choosing us over the games. I appreciate that.
I really want to do it, but like, come on, obviously there's a more important shit to do.
priorities, of course. Starling, any luck on your brother?
Well, nothing yet. I mean, I just spend my time with you, really, so
Suppose.
we haven't really had much time to really start looking yet. I don't even know where we'd begin to look.
Well, I have a suggestion, just for moral purposes of maybe tracking things down. We looked for information on penitents in places where not exactly a nexus of information. We are in a city, most likely has the largest font of information in the world. The libraries here are unparalleled. I recommend one or two of us tomorrow go to one of the royal libraries, see what we can find on this penitent, because there must be something on paper somewhere. And if we can, maybe it will give us a lead. Or even not just on penitent, but on, let's say, a weapon that can kill a god. That must be on paper somewhere.
Then how do we track down the people we're looking for?
Well, I imagine, potentially, they would have looked for the same thing. We could be going down the same route they did.
This is true, but we may end up being permanently 2 steps behind, at least.
Well, then we have to move fast. I hope you're a fast reader.
It could be worth us, some of the group, looking around to see if there's anyone around here in the city who knows how to look for people, get information on the ground level.
Is that something you're familiar with having to do? That's not my area of expertise.
Not overly familiar. I mean, usually I was a contract worker, well, freelance mercenary, but I'm sure that in some of the more disreputable dives, there's probably people who know how to find people. It's always worth trying.
What about you, Valerica? I mean, since you've been on the continent, have you run into any other circles that could help in this situation?
Unfortunately not, no.
Well, I'm sure whatever you get up to tomorrow, you'll be good for chasing down leads, of course. There is one last thing which probably should address. Should we tell anyone about this magical bomb that's supposedly in possession of these people who are going to use it against this city? And if so, who should we tell?
On the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, would they believe us? I mean, look at it this way: we'd go to them and say, "There's a bomb. We don't know what it does. Apparently it doesn't kill people, but we think it's a bomb. What happened? Well, we got it and we gave it back to people."
But we just don't include that part. We say we are aware of the possession of a device that is going to be harmful that this group are wanting to use on High Dawn. And we did not have the power to take it from them, so we are informing you to be prepared as kind citizens who are worried for the safety of their countries.
Yes, but are they going to take our word for it? I mean, we're not local to here.
We're not local, but whether they take our word for it or not is none of my concern. My concern is that we do the right thing and we trust that they will do that themselves. Sometimes faith is all we have.
I mean, it's worth a try. At the very least, we can tell them that this is where a location of people who have bad intentions towards the king are located. Provided they're still there, the problem may get sorted.
True. Also need to talk about, you're saying about the games are not a priority. We've heard that if you win the games, you get a favor from the royal family, and maybe it might just be a priority. We can get help from people in high places.
I suppose.
So the games might actually be what we should be doing. I think maybe tomorrow some of us could go and look in the dark and disreputable circles. Some of us could research in the library. It might be worth some of us chasing up information on how to get into these games. They went on while I was growing up, but I can't say I really looked into them past when I was a boy. These are, I believe, things have probably developed since then.
Possibly. My only concern is we're going to end up pulling ourselves too far in too many directions and spreading ourselves thin.
Maybe just for one day.
Yeah, I agree with Starling. We should focus on one thing.
I retract my statement.
Oh,
Thank you.
No.
Look, I think for just one day, chase down different leads, and then that way, if we all go for the wrong lead, we've lost an entire day. If we all look at different leads and then know which one to go down, we can follow that. That's my suggestion.
It's a good idea. Venis, what do you think?
Honestly, there's nothing much I can say that anyone else hasn't already said. I'm quite keen for Moryn to follow the lead about these games. It's a way of earning money.
I couldn't possibly. Moryn is like grinning. I couldn't possibly go and goof around all day tomorrow. I couldn't do that at all.
My only concern is with people wanting to hire Moryn is that will then potentially separate him from us. And if we want to enter the games, if there's any kind of combat, which I'm assuming there will be, we are then at a significant disadvantage.
Yeah, you'd be fucked.
So we need to ask about the games. We need to ask what's going on with them, what are the events, whether it's weightlifting, chess, whatever these are.
What are our options? So one path is the games. Another path is Starling's brother, yes.
All trying to locate him, yes.
Yes. And the other is Odeysus' son, yes.
Yes.
Totally not writing this down at the moment.
Well, in an ideal world, those latter two paths will be in the same place, so there would be sort of one path.
Yes. Is there anything else?
Well, also
More
have to
information.
Morelka's situation.
We're figuring
Yes.
that one out as we go.
More
Is
information on
she
Penitent.
is she going to be okay?
It's a question, isn't it? She's hearing voices from her mother. Is Morelka in the bed or at the table with us?
She's at the table with you guys.
We're all just talking about in third person.
Yeah, she's like, I'm right here.
Morelka is a priority.
I'm fine. I just need a couple of hours on my own to figure out some things. Do you all do what you have to do? I'm just got some things I have to figure out.
See what Morelka is like in the morning. If she's still hearing voices, that's priority. Okay.
There's finding out more about Penitent, or research in the library.
I can do the research in the library.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of. There's already quite a lot of ground to cover.
Oh yes, that's 5 separate things.
Let's say we can lump Alexander and Cardi into one path. That brings it down to 4.
Yes, I've put them connected, and I've also put Penitent and obviously what's going on with you, Morelka, as one thing as well, because
a lot of these paths will lead back to him.
So that's 3 paths.
Research, games, and Penitent.
No, research is connected to Penitent.
Research is connected. They're all connected to bloody Penitent.
So researching games then.
Researching games, yes.
There you go.
Shall a few of us go to the library tomorrow and a few of us investigate these games and see what needs to be done?
Sounds like a plan.
Who do you want to be your manager, Moryn?
Like a what? Like a hype man?
In a sense.
Well, who isn't doing anything important? Because I feel like me dicking about in the games is like...
It's not, as you say, dicking about. You're making actual money, which is what we need right now as well.
We've got like 680 gold.
But we can always do with more gold.
I mean, there's always more gold.
And there's always the chance for this favour from the royal family.
I forgot about that. All right.
I think what we need to do regarding the games is more a case of finding out more information tomorrow. If there's a deadline for sign up, and also what kind of things may be on for the games this year, because obviously if there's things where magic is a requirement, we're going to need more than just Moryn. You know, it's going to be we kind of need to work this out quite carefully.
Starling because he understands what's going on.
There you go.
Right.
Me and Starling are going to go fuck things up in the games.
And the rest of us, unless Valericia, I do apologise, unless there's anything else pressing.
There's only one other matter I want to take care of, but I don't think I can do it here.
What's an issue?
What's that?
Oh, well, you know, me and Venis went to the prison, or sorry, yeah, the prisons here to locate that man.
The one who you sold your body to.
Yes.
In the most literal sense, yes.
Yes. He has seemed to have gone insane.
Oh.
And gave Venis a warning. A very grave warning, might I add. And Valerica's going to turn to Venis.
Yes, he suggested that I kill Valericia.
Looks like you and him are in a very exclusive club.
He's not the first person to tell you to kill Valerica, is he?
I know, I'm pretty bloody sick of people asking me to be honest. It's very, like, I've said no.
Yeah, there seems to be a very not so subtle hint at a change of career path for you.
I'm not becoming an assassin. I'd make a terrible one. I'm too loud.
Especially when your target can't really be killed, at least permanently.
Wait,
there you go.
You could turn into different people. You'd be a great assassin.
Can only turn into this one.
what I want to know is why people want me dead so much.
Well, what I will add, Valerica, is maybe by doing some further research, we might find something, even if it's not much. We might find a lead or something.
There's surely some sort of scrap of an old academic treatise or paper
Yes.
in there about your kind.
Something that we don't, something that we don't expect at in, but we find it at the library.
Scrabbled ravings of a half-mad lunatic rather than the full-mad lunatic currently in the prison.
Well, all of his research is in the royal vaults now.
Along with my old body.
Yes.
The royal family have taken your body?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not
That
sure
is-
why.
That is not a fun concept.
He said that in his panic he called them, didn't he?
Yes, he called the royal family to, I believe, to get some form of assistance, and they confiscated his research and my body, and yes, it's now all in the vault. Which I'm not 100% happy with, but there's not really much I can do.
Yes, because what did they want with your body and his research?
I don't
Well,
know if they're just keeping it locked up or if there is another reason for it.
He must have found something.
I would assume if it was just a case of his research was illegal and just wasn't to be done, they would have just destroyed all the property.
Yes.
But to have taken it implies it has some importance, some value. And
Yes, but I can't get into the royal vault exactly, so I can't even find out. And I'm pretty sure if I start asking about it, I'm going to raise suspicion.
And then there might end up being two bodies in the royal vault.
In fairness, as horrid as it is that people are doing things to your body, and as uncomfortable as it is, you agreed to that. You sold your body. You made money from it. At that point, it's not really yours anymore.
Yes, Odeysus, I sold it to the rights of this man. Oh, that is not how you word that.
Yes, we really need to find a better turn of phrase than sold your body.
What would you call it?
I don't. This man
Presented your
maybe
cadaver for academic research purposes.
Okay, well that's quite a mouthful. So I'm going to stick with sold your body.
Just anything other than body, I think, is the main problem here.
Hand it
Okay,
over.
you
Your
sold a corpse.
Cool.
The point is, you sold it to this person, knowing that anything could be done with it. This person could have been creepy with it. They could have sold it to somebody else, but you still sold it. If you look, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I understand. However, this is what you agreed to. You knew very well that anything could happen with this body.
I don't think it's the fact that things have happened to it. It's the fact that it's now in the royal vault is part of the concern.
I sold my old corpse for research purposes because this man told me he could maybe, perhaps, give me some form of information of where I came from. That was the deal. But look where it's led. Yes, I understand what you say, Odysseus, but can you not understand it from my point of view?
Oh, I absolutely can. I'm not disagreeing with you. This is a very difficult situation. All I'm saying is this was the risk. Like, you sell something. You don't get to decide what is done afterwards, regardless of what they tell you they will do.
What I think is kind of the pressing matter here is I think we now need to do our own research into Valerica's race. Because something that he found has caused him to go insane. Something that he found, that he researched, has caused his mind to break. So we need to do our own research.
Yes, I agree, because there's only one other person I can turn to, and quite frankly, I'd rather not.
Yes.
Which
I imagine that.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, let's sleep on it and try tomorrow.
Yeah, everyone kind of goes off and finds somewhere to sleep, and you're able to sleep in Burnie's house, no problem.
Not sleeping in the creepy kid's room.
You don't have to.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
You don't
Not
have to.
doing it. sleeping in his office on the floor.
That's fine.
I'm
But
sleeping on the couch with the birds. Anything other than the creepy kid room.
that's fine.
I call top bunk.
Did you
That's-
man?
Yeah.
Good as fucking. I'm sleeping in the bathtub.
I'm sleeping in the hallway.
There's another couch.
Odeysus tries to get on the top bunk and then can't because of his back, and he just goes, I guess bottom bunk will do.
There's another couch, Sterling. Why are you sleeping in the hallway?
Because the other cat is with the birds.
Yeah, everyone goes to sleep. Wakes up. It's around like 8 or so in the morning. As each of you come into the kitchen, you can see Marilka has like a journal and is just like kind of writing in it and drawing in it. Not furiously, just kind of patiently.
How are you feeling?
Better. The voices subside at some point last night. And I've just been trying to remember them and tell me what they were saying, but it seems as if they were trying to take me somewhere, lead me to a place.
Did you say the voices? Was it like of your mother, or was it?
It was my
unknown?
mother. Other voices I'd heard, some I didn't recognise, and it seems like they were all trying to bring me somewhere. It's hard to describe what it was. I
You
think
said your mother.
I think if I have time, just I can figure out where they were trying to lead me.
You said your mother worshipped penitent, right?
Yes. 2 seconds. Hold on. Emma's just told me our internet just cut out.
Oh no.
How much I talk to you guys on Discord?
Can hear you.
Yeah,
You're
we
also
can hear
still
you fine.
streaming, dude.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
stream's hella delayed.
Yeah, it keeps buffering for me, but I thought that was just on my end.
Yeah, the stream has been buffering for like 10
Yeah,
minutes.
I know that, but there's nothing I can do about that. Only thing I can do is restart the stream, but I can't. Emma's saying the internet is not there.
How are you still?
Yeah, because
Wait,
your voice is
hold
coming
on.
through fine.
Are you're hooked up for Ethernet, aren't you?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the Wi-Fi signal will go out, but your
Cool.
Ethernet will still work.
What I'm gonna do, just to make it easier for I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna keep on recording. So, like, I'm gonna stop the stream and then start it again in 2 minutes. Give us 2 seconds.
Technical difficulties, please stand by.
It's the first time I've ever had them, believe it or not.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good record so
Yeah.
far.
Like, the stream is so far behind. Right now, Odeysus and Moryn are talking. I don't know when that was.
They're talking about Valerica's corpse.
My God.
I've just gone over and had a listen. It's still streaming though. It's just like you say, really delayed.
That's so weird.
Right, well, it's a good stream, guys.
I mean, we can
Good game, guys. Same time 2 weeks.
we can keep on recording here, and then just like I can just post it on YouTube.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've already posted on Facebook that we're live.
Oh well.
Well,
We were live.
We were live. That's why I don't post anymore. 'Cause it's stuff like this. Like, I'm waiting till the stream to actually like.
Wait a minute, we've got to do the important thing. Spectre has subscribed with Prime.
They've not though.
Hey.
Oh, they have they?
They have. Why else would I say it?
It doesn't say anywhere in my chat log. It does, so it's confusing.
it's quite further up, I think.
No,
Okay. No. Is that the stream down now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's offline now.
Yeah, man. Because it's still. No, okay, there we go. It's down there. Right. I'm gonna try and restart, but I need Emma to tell me. And what Emma's gonna do is just not message back now. She said the stream is dead.
It looks like the stream's automatically restarted because it's now on like a timer, but it's like only in seconds.
It still says offline for me.
Yeah, the screen says offline now for me, but the timer to say how long you've been live for is ticking.
Yeah, if you refresh it, it will stop.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it's back up. So I'm gonna go try to start again. Hopefully it doesn't break. If not, we have this, so we can just keep playing. If it does it again, we're just gonna go offline and we're just gonna do it off stream this time.
Okay.
That's fair.
I have started again, so let's see. Okay, we're back. Like I just said, so I'm hoping the connection will stay good enough. If the connection goes too badly, what we'll go is we'll play offline this time, and you'll be able to see the entire thing on YouTube. What the fuck? Sorry, I just saw something. Yeah, we're back at it. So what's happening? Oh, you guys were talking to Marilka.
Yeah, just asked about she's worships penitent. My mum worshipped penitent.
Sorry, ask the question again, just because I was.
So, your mother, you said your mother worshipped penitent. Is that right?
Yes, she was. She worshipped. It's different when you live without the country, and when you're on the farm, there's not much nowhere else to go. So I always just knew my mother as what she would tell me was the truth. So when she would tell me that penitent was somebody who gave us good fortune and made sure our crops grew, I chose to believe her, and she told me he'd bring gifts, and he did, and I just knew him as a deity or somebody we would worship. It's hard to describe. But now I'm learning there's other gods.
Do you remember the conversation we had on the beach where I told you about the entity that I used to serve? The
Yes.
one who meant harm. That was penitent.
It's hard for me to picture that after I never really saw him, so I guess I never knew if he was real or not. I just assumed he was some sort of story my mother made up. But
From what little we know, penitent was, in their own words, a mistake made by the gods that they banished. We know little more than that. All I do know is he seeks out people in points of desperation and cuts deals with them. But there's always a twist in the tale. I can understand this isn't
it's
easy
hard.
to accept.
It's hard to believe if he was a mistake, as he had a place of worship and he had the place we would go to worship him.
Well, what was this place of worship like? Was there a symbol or?
It was underground in an old tomb. I remember we had to make a pilgrimage there, and we'd sit and pray, and he would leave us things.
Right.
Was it? Excuse me.
Was it ever a case of people had to offer up trade, sacrifice, that sort of thing?
No, it was always just prayers and asking. And it was always just. It was never a sacrifice or us giving up things for him. It was just us asking for them and him giving in return.
You see, that is hard for me to accept with what I know of him.
Unless there's two penitents, maybe he treats people differently or something happened to him.
I don't profess to be the expert. We have two clerics that travel with us. I'm neither of them. But I used to be under his command. At first he asked me to steal an object from one of our group. I never did that. He then claimed that was no longer his purpose, his desire. He was better, so he said. He wanted me to kill a god, or help with a weapon that would be used to kill the gods. He seeks vengeance upon them all. He has since locked them all away in their domains, severing Venis and Odeysus' ties to their power. They have to go to these holy sites to pray to get any semblance of magic back. I wanted out of that deal and was prepared to die to get out of it. So it's strange hearing that he was malevolent, or benevolent rather.
My mother loved him dearly and would pray to him all the time, said we had to be good for him and had to, like, make sure we were working a trade for him. It was... a lot of the life was dedicated to him. But
Was there a prayer that, like a particular prayer that was uttered in his name to him, or was it just...
the prayer was never... It's hard to explain. It isn't like how other people pray. It's different.
If you can explain how so.
You would kneel down at the holy site and you would have a conversation without words. It was almost like you were conveying feelings to one another. The prayer would just be an emotion that pours out of you. So if you didn't want to be sad, you would cry, and if you wanted to be happy, you would smile. It wasn't quite like that, but it was a completely different sensation.
Right.
But if you're saying what he's done is bad or wrong, maybe we should try and speak to him and see why he's doing what he's doing.
I don't know how willing he would be to speak to me. The last time he and I had contact, he said he never wished to speak to me again. He almost turned me entirely to stone.
And how did you speak to him if you didn't know how to pray to him?
I would merely seek his presence. It's hard to describe. I would merely as if thinking his name or thinking out to him in my mind, he would appear. It was like I would call out inside my head and he would be there.
It's almost as if you would convey an emotion.
In a sense.
You were praying to him without realizing.
Certainly don't like to think of it like that, but I suppose you're right.
I have a lot to think about, and I have a lot to try and find this holy site. I feel like they were trying to draw me towards his holy site.
Was it just the one holy site?
There was one. It was not on the farm. It was somewhere else. I know it took a couple of days to get to.
Try your best to think on it. It could be very important information.
If you, not to sound rude, but if everyone could just leave so I can focus on this, it would be great.
We have plans for today, so you will have time to yourself. I'll not leave you be. I'll go find the others.
Thank you. And she'll just go back to writing on her book.
Just gonna start rounding everyone else up.
I think at this point, Odeysus will like pop a plate down in front of her with another omelette because that seems on maybe a bit of bacon on this one, but just put it in front of her next to her drawing pad and just go, "Take it easy today, all right? We'll be back later to check on you, and if there's anything you need."
Maybe you're not great as a chef, Odeysus, but if I see another omelette, I'm going to throw up.
Yes, I think we should probably just ease up on the eggs for now.
Using what we've got. All right, we'll have something better for dinner. I promise. All right.
Yes. Can we get some bread and cheese? Something else of substance. Some good vegetables.
I'll go out and get the shopping. I'll bring stuff back.
You sure you don't want to come to the library with us?
Oh no! I think I'm most best at getting the food.
Odysseus, please write a list.
Burnie, you would, no offense, Burnie, but you will be the last person on this planet I will send to buy food.
This is why I'm asking Odysseus to write a list.
I'm writing.
I know.
I'll put just basic stuff.
Make sure to include herbs,
I'll just
spices, salt.
yeah, I'll get the usual stuff. fish, the vegetables, the
Meat.
bread, meat. I'll get some drinks for everyone. It'll be a normal shop. I don't know why you're all freaking out about me buying food.
Because all you have in your
Moryn-
house is
Moryn just
eggs and
opens his
cabbage.
cup. It just looks.
Right. Yeah. No. I'll go buy the eggs. Yeah. I'll go buy the eggs.
No more eggs.
Okay. Well, I'll go out into the shop. I'll do that.
Here is the list.
Thanks. West. Yeah. Thanks, West. And I'll
Burnie?
take. Yeah.
Benny? You know how we're friends?
Yeah. Best friends.
Well, do me the courtesy of reading what I've written for you, please. And I'm going to lean in very close and just go, we have a young girl we are trying to take care of, so please get what's on this list
Yes.
for her help.
Of course. I'm gonna get the stuff on the list.
Thank you.
And don't
my friend.
forget meat.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna get that stuff. I'm gonna get everything. Don't worry.
And if you buy another egg, I'm going to crack it over your egg of a head.
Oh no. It's fine. It's fine.
Right, let's go do sport.
Cool. Yeah.
Let's be very manly.
Barney
Sterling.
will just leave and go out into the shops.
Right, so first of all, before we all leave, let's just double check that we all know exactly where we're going and where we're going to meet when we're done. So, Venis, Odeysus, I'm assuming you're going to the library, to the researchers
With Valerica.
with Valerica. Okay. So that's all fine.
So we're
Moryn,
going to the games.
yeah, well, Horns and Brawn.
We're gonna
Heading up
be
and-
very manly, Sterling.
Horns and Brawns.
Horns and Brawn. Oh, that could be our team name.
What's our team name? Do we have team names?
I think we're Horns and Brawn now.
Let me think. What you do? You're doing something with books, right?
The only time you guys ever said a team name, I want to make sure it was Burnie and the Magnificent Seven. And there was only six
no,
people. Scrumptious six, that was it.
I think you guys can be the nerds.
Foxy Blue Green. No, that doesn't really work.
That doesn't work at all. It sounds like some sort of terrible bar that you get, like not on the main street of a city, either like 3 streets away from the main street, and it's like in a basement, and there's like poles that go to the roof.
So you're unsure of a certain degree of vegetables, but you know about different types of bars.
Yeah.
Darling, even I can recognize that from Moryn.
So just to make this clear, Valerica and Venis are going to the library,
And me.
and Odeysus and you two are going off to find out what the games, Starling and...
No. This is going to the...
Sorry, someone's messing about their mic. Starling and Moryn are going off to talk about the games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys go down the stairs. Okay, you're all deciding what. Right, well, we're gonna go down.
Oh, no.
Open the door. Sorry, what?
Saying, oh no, I know this tone of voice. Something's coming at the bottom.
So, you guys open the door and kind of think, oh, there's a market going on. But as you look on, you see a very noticeable cloaked figure, hunchback, wagon all laid out.
Is it? Oh my god, is it Lick?
Oh, is it Lick?
You see Lick standing there,
Yeah! Moryn, break out the cash.
beckoning everyone to come over. Fine, go over, come over.
Is this that weird guy from Port Violet?
Yes, it's the one I bought the ring off of.
Okay.
Hello again.
Right, I'll go up to him. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Big.
Oh, that could be our team name.
I have no team, mate. I am Meat Pie.
What?
Sorry, what is this?
What?
What? Like, I don't think Odeysus was there for this one, so you can go. Sorry, am I missing something here?
I am a purveyor of fine artifacts, and I have
He-
multiple things to sell.
We met this man in Port
This is-
Violet. I bought the ring I use occasionally for a little bit of healing off of him.
Oh, you're the man who's given us good. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yeah. Look, he'll spit in his hand and point towards you, Odysseus, and you see it's just like, you expect clear spit, but it's discoloured, and it's just like bits of food are still there and are just dropping off his hand. Shake my hand.
I lean over and spit in his hand as well, and then shake it.
Ah, yes, and he'll just lick it.
Ugh.
I just shake it, and I'm grinning at the rest of them, just like, this is fine.
Somebody had omelette dinner.
God damn it! I'm eating cottage pie.
Somebody had a.
I imagine that pie is a similar texture. To the...
Friends, I have things to show. Let's go. You here to figure out my fine wares?
Well, what have you got?
No, just let me look, and kind of starts going through his shelves. As his wagon kind of opens up, it's a wagon, but on each like kind of the doors open up and they've got shelves on them with different vials, different things. For you, I have. This, and he'll hold it like a tiny jar, but you can see there's a raven inside it. This is this raven can distract any foe you throw it at.
So can a rock.
No, but once you throw this raven, it deters your attacker to only attack it until it is dead. A rock cannot do that. A rock is motionless.
If I throw the rock, they're going to attack me, and that's my whole shtick.
Yes, but they could also be attacking the raven, and you would not get any hits.
Feel sorry for the raven, to be honest.
Or bird.
I don't want it. Birds are assholes. Birds are so stuck up. Birds, they're secretly. I'm going to tell you this because I don't like to deal with them. It's why I trap them in jars, and I'm okay with them dying. I'm going to tell you this, and I want you to believe me. All birds are racist. And they hate everyone that is.
I don't know why they hit me so fucking hard.
Just drop shit like that without a warning.
And it's why they're always flying around thinking they're better than they think they're bigger, they think they're always above each other, and they think they're the king race. They're secretly they not so secret because every scar you hear is a racial slur. So do not feel bad when you kill a bird.
Ian, can I roll to see if is it possible if I roll insight? Can I try and tell whether he's had any history with birds? Like, is there something hidden behind, like...
Oh, I think he's had a history with birds.
Roll a
There's
fucking
bird
natural
behind
50 if you want. This guy, you're not getting anything from this guy. You're best to believe him, I'll be honest.
There's definitely been some bird microaggressions.
Mr. Lick, I can say with confidence I've spoken to several birds,
Mm-hmm.
and they are obsessed with two things. Seeds.
Oh, how dare you say that in my presence? Where I'm from, you say seed to someone, you get killed.
Where are you from,
Wait a
Nick?
minute, Odeysus, is seed a racial slur?
Everywhere, the road.
Can I look at him and just go, why are you asking me?
Because you're the oldest.
I didn't come
Also-
here for a lesson
Also,
on
Nick,
aviation.
if you're interested in trapping more birds in jars, and I kind of point back to Burnie's flat, go, there's a bunch in there that are ripe for the taking.
I didn't capture the bird. The bird came to me in the jar.
You received the birds in the jar.
Yes, I'm a purveyor of artifacts. I went to the Temple of Bird and I got the bird in the jar. How hard is it to understand?
There's a temple for birds?
Ah, not in this plane, no.
I just did a proper spit take.
It's somewhere else. You wouldn't want to go there. It's a bunch of birds all sitting there just hounding the other races.
I know what tune is drawing.
So, do you want to see other wares I have? We'll get past the birds. You obviously aren't interested in the racist bird.
I mean, personally, I have no interest in something that's going to steal my job. So, yeah, let's see if there's anything else.
Fair enough. Okay, well, there is, he kind of opens a chest, he goes, I'll keep this chest. He closes it, he goes, what's in here is very, very, well, it's dangerous as fire, as comforting as the moonlight. It is called the Glove of Love.
Excuse me?
The Glove of Love. Do you know
Would you mind giving us a little bit more info about what it does?
I mean, I don't think I have to give anyone. It's been pretty self-explanatory. But for people such of low intellect, I shall. It is a glove, an artifact of when you put it on, and you want someone to understand, stop the fighting, and just give a nice crisp high five. You put this glove on, once someone has complimented you, it shall receive a charge, 1 charge per day, and then you go up to an enemy and you high five them. Once you high five them, it means they negate their entire round of combat.
That's surprisingly useful.
Yes, very good, very good. Would you like to talk price or maybe a trade?
I have something we could trade for the glove of love.
Hmm.
What else you got?
Okay, I have an orb of gravity. Okay, so you kind of like, oh, did I place that somewhere? No, I know where I put it. 2 seconds, and it can't go into his wagon.
What's gravity?
It's why the reason we're standing here.
So we don't float everywhere, Moryn.
Why would we float? We're not in water.
Think about jumping. Think about jumping,
Yeah.
but then you don't go back to the ground.
Oh, you got a thing that can make us do that? That sounds amazing.
Yeah. When you float to the ground, it completely takes away gravity. For a minute, you float, and then when it comes back, you all come crashing back to the impendence of middle age.
Is it just is it single use or?
Oh, once you break gravity, it is gone forever. It's kind of like when you have the love of a great person, and slowly over time it degrades, and you find a single disdain for one another, and it's eventually the glass it breaks.
Would you like
a hug?
You bet me to it.
No, I don't want. Yeah, I don't want. No, I don't want a hug.
So the orb thing only works once then.
Oh, once you smash glass, rarely can you put it back together.
He makes a good point.
It makes a very valid point. Okay, that's a strong interest. I like that. That sounds hilarious. What else you got, funny magic man?
Look, I've got a bunch of these, but I don't think you'd be really interested. I've got a bunch of these. I won them in a card game, and I just try and get rid of them. And everywhere I go, no one wants them. It's impossible. I have a bunch of these arrows of Misty Step, and I don't really want to use them anymore.
Arrows?
If you don't use
Valericia-
them, take them off your end.
No,
Valericia just hit it.
nothing ever gets taken off my hand for free. It's either money, trade, or other things. It could be anything really.
Give you a crisp high five per arrow.
No.
Hold on. Moryn, hold on. May I see one, please?
You're just going to steal it.
No, I won't steal it. I just want to look at it.
No, I can hold on to it. You can look at it all you want.
All right, I'll look at it while you hold it.
Takes out and just holds it in his hands.
Can you please explain, Misty Step? Can you please explain this to me?
Oh, they're pretty. You get these for a dime a dozen where I'm from, but you can see somewhere and you can shoot the arrow to it. Once the arrow hits it, you teleport it there.
Oh.
But they break after one hit and then you're done with them. So they're pretty shit.
How many? How many do you have?
Fucking hell. Look.
These do sound quite useful.
How much is a dime?
Like 50 to 100. Oh, hold on. I have to convert it to this plane's money. Operated gold. They're about 200 gold each. What it equates to. If I look down the exchange chart.
That doesn't sound like.
Are you
That's
sure? 200
is-
gold for 1 arrow.
That is quite a lot.
I pride myself in knowing the exchange rates between different planes and different dimensions. And this right here is worth 200 gold in this dimension.
But you just said they're a piece of shit and they break.
In the other dimensions, but here it's quite worth something.
Alright, well. I maybe have something we could trade for a bunch of them. But, is there anything else?
Oh, I've got quite a lot. I have a... you were talking about throwing a rock. I do have a brick of returning.
I'm immediately interested.
Yes.
So you throw this brick and it instantly comes back to your hand. It never breaks either. I've thrown it at quite a lot of birds.
How fucking much do you want for the brick?
Roll the side of this, right?
400 gold.
Right, I've got this magical wand that explodes things.
Oh, let me see. Can I just have a look at it?
Oh, no, you're going to steal it.
I'm not going to steal. I'm not. Don't worry. I've never stolen a thing in my life. I just go into lost civilizations places of worship, and I just take their things and I sell them on. I've never stolen anything. They just leave them lying. It's not stealing if someone leaves it lying around in the open.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
That is true.
Whatever that poem means.
Right, I've got this magical wand, but I'm not trading it just for the brick. I want some of those fancy arrows.
Hold on. What kind of wand is it? You've not explained what it does.
It makes things explode.
It sets off fireballs.
It's amazing.
It's good, but not great. I can maybe give you 200 gold for it, or you can trade in the same exchange.
Are you interested in jewelry at all?
What kind of jewelry are you talking? He's talking up to me. You gotta just say jewelry. It's gotta be something.
I have a pendant that's quite rare to come across these days.
What does the pendant do? Does it just make you strong? Does it make you impossibly big? What does it do?
It doesn't necessarily have any magic.
And
elements
I'll be
to it,
honest, you can fuck off.
even if it's from the royal family.
Which royal family is that?
Half of Eden.
I understand it's probably very personal. It has some nostalgia to you, but it's worth absolutely dick to me. So it's a nice piece of colored metal, but other than that, it has to do something.
Well,
Sorry.
Well, I need it personally to cast magic.
So then why would you give it to me?
Yes, maybe don't try and trade your necklace.
I'll give you this one for free. Never give your focus out.
Like, what are you most proud of? Like, what item here is your star item that you would want to advertise?
I've had a couple of things over the years, but they've been sold and given out. But I've recently come into possession of something that's quite rare.
And this is your top item, yes?
Right now it is, yes.
Let's have a look.
When I go back to the exchange, maybe I find more other artifacts to take on, but this one would be probably the best I'm looking forward to. Where is it? Oh, yes, I put it in the chest. Give me a second. And he kind of humbles into his carriage. You see, it's just like, you see, like, all just shaking. And he goes, okay. He comes out, he goes, what I'm going to show you may shake you to your very core, and may you question your own beliefs.
I will brace myself.
He holds his hand, and there's a small pouch in it.
Go on.
Fucking hell.
May I?
I forget you only have the one vision. This is a pouch that holds a small pocket dimension.
May I reach out and...
Alright.
May I inspect, sir?
Remember, he doesn't let you touch the
I wouldn't
merchandise
let
before buy
you
it.
touch it, because then it will take you into the dimension, and then I could sell you on as a little green man.
Oh. So what is in this pocket dimension?
When I visited there, I use it sometimes as a holiday home. It's just a little forest campsite that you can sit in and rest. But I will warn you, the person I found it off with, it's quite I wouldn't stay in there any longer than about, say, half a day, 12 hours.
What would happen if you did?
Oh, the pressure of being inside the pouch would crush you down and completely change your matter.
Kind of look at the rest of the other... How much would this run us?
Look at the exchange. It's not worth it's worth. I left them here, and then it's worth gold. About 1,000 gold is what I'd take on, but
Don't think we have that much money.
well, you got
We do
anything?
not.
Anything to trade?
I've got a guild pelt, a deer pelt, some whiskey.
Right.
My most prized possession.
I've just shown you
explosives.
some things that change the fabric of reality, and you're trying to trade me a deer hide for it.
Very good deer hide.
It's very good deer hide. It's from a magical deer.
What kind of magical deer was it?
This deer, get this right, it had the ability to see and smell.
That's quite tempting.
How the fuck did that work?
What kind of condition?
I mean, I'd pull it out. It's pretty nice.
Oh, it's actually basic. It's pretty nice.
Good hide.
I'll give you about 100 gold for it.
You know what? That's a done deal right there.
You want 100 gold for the deer hide?
Yeah.
Sucker.
I love this man.
I'll give you 100 gold for the deer hide and just start stroking it.
What? I have
Stupid humans.
I have an offer.
Yes?
What if I didn't sell you an item, but
Oh my god.
I offered you an experience?
I'm not
Don't
going.
pull that line.
I'm not going to have sex with you if that's what you mean.
No. Nick, I am a married man.
Okay, well, marriage means very little in the entire existence of our universe. So,
He makes a valid point.
But, well, look. How about this? In exchange for a certain discount of the items, I can grant you the ability to cast a spell that has been gifted to me by Matilda.
what spell?
Well, let Michael have a look at the spell things. Would you like to cure somebody of wounds? Would you like to?
Just so you understand how this exchange works, if I take this from you, you can never cast it again.
No, that's not how this works at all. I have the ability to grant you.
I'm telling you, that's how it's going to work.
That was not what I was offering.
Well, then you're offering dick.
I'm letting you cast a spell for the next hour that you may not be able to cast at all in your entire life.
Odeysus, I would probably advise don't do that because I have a feeling that this fine gentleman here might actually just take some of your spells away.
I'm trying to see if there's any spells that are first level that I don't give a fuck about.
If you're using them right now, I can take them and maybe I give you some money for your spells.
Okay. Well, that wasn't what I was offering, but no. You know what? These are gifted to me. These are personal to me.
Okay, but you were just about to sell them.
No, I was not. I was offering you the ability to cast one within the next hour. That is something I can do.
Okay,
I have
well.
a feeling we may not be able to make
Well,
any trade today.
I'm here all festival. I have a couple of other things. I have a death doll, a bag of thunder. I have a magic bean, if you want to buy a magic bean.
How much for the magic bean?
What does the magic bean do?
Oh, a magic bean does many things. It depends on when you plant it and the season. It can do many different things.
What about if you cook it? Would it be good in stew?
It depends what you cook it with and what spice you're using.
Ooh.
Well, if you're here all festival...
Yes, I
I'm
do
sure
like
we
this
can-
festival. This time of year, it's usually pretty good. You're able to trade with a couple of people.
Yes,
Are
I
you
imagine
going to
it's
be-
very good trade.
Are you going to be outside Burnie's house the entire festival?
It's Bernie's house.
Kind of point up and just go, there's Burnie's window right there.
I might move around a little bit, but I'll be here for the cup till the end of the festival at least.
Mr. Lick,
Yeah.
this is a festival. There's a game thing going on in the festival that's going to have lots of people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to be a sponsor?
Oh my god. How do you know what a sponsor is?
We did it in the Highland Games back on the island, alright?
One
One guy that could tan rabbit hides.
I never ever bet. I don't gamble. No, I killed my uncle.
You give
What?
me money, I wear your shit or something that says.
You want to
your
wear
shit.
my fecal matter?
It's a thing with a net. I advertise. Is that the right word?
Yes, I believe so.
I advertise your business in exchange for money.
No.
Oh.
I don't.
Well,
Advertising goes against everything I stand for.
Do
know
you
what?
stand for?
I respect that.
On my feet.
That is
Because of the gravity.
Mr. Lick,
Yes.
I have one more question for you about the the arrows that you're
Mhm.
selling. Would you accept the trade? I have Valericia just checked her the thing that she's got her arrows on. I have 7 fireburst arrows. Would you trade me for 7 of your arrows for these arrows?
Not 7. They're not quite the same, as you understand. As fire arrows are really, they're really nothing, to be honest. Like a simple sorcerer, if his first spell book could make them, but it does mean something that you're giving to them. And I do feel bad for you because of your slight disfiguration. So,
Excuse me?
well, I assume you were some horrible accident.
Valericia just looks at him like wide-eyed, like, what on earth are you talking about?
Does everyone take a step back at the same time?
Well, I don't mean to draw attention to it, but have you looked in the mirror?
Oh, I was really hoping we'd get to do some business with this guy.
Are you
Look,
implying that
it's
because
not
she's
being-
blue?
No, I'm saying that because she's ugly.
Whoa there now.
What?
Valerica's eye just twitches and then she just lets out a sigh because she's just trying to calm herself down.
Now listen,
Right.
I didn't mean any offense. I just thought you would know most.
Look, right, enough about that.
You're certainly not my cup of tea.
I'm
assume
looking
there
at
must be-
Starling at this point.
No,
I assume there must be very different beauty standards
I
for
like
your dimension.
yes, tentacles. I like tentacles.
Well, that's good for you.
Well,
Oh,
I
good.
don't have any tentacles, so there we go.
Yes,
Anyway,
very disappointing.
how about these 7 arrows for 5 of your arrows?
7 arrows plus 100 gold will get you one of these arrows.
Get one of the arrows?
Yes.
Oh,
2 of the arrows, my final offer.
Are you trying to haggle with me with something I don't want? I'm doing you a service by taking your arrows and the 100 gold.
Well, you know what? How about this? You throw in the extra arrows, an apology for that fucking amount of bullshit you just spouted in front of me.
Apology? I never apologize for nothing. I'm one of the few beings who can tout that he's never done anything wrong in his life.
Valerica's just gonna sit under her breath. I'm going to snap your fucking neck.
Does anyone want to
That's-
buy anything?
I have a feeling we definitely would like to try and do some purchase with you, Liv, but I have a feeling at the moment we don't quite have the capital for such a thing. We can return at another time, and he
if-
kind of just very pointedly looks at everyone in the group.
If you're
We can
lacking
return
funds,
later.
you can do a job for me and get some. Yeah, you can then take one of the items.
Oh boy.
can I just trade you this magical wand that makes explosions for your rock? I want the brick.
Yeah, I can do that.
Brick of returning.
Okay, then I shall take the wand. And
I assume not. Does anyone mind?
Go
I mean,
for
the
it.
wand is probably going to be more useful to us than the brick.
You've seen what I can do with a brick.
Yes, and the wand does more than that.
just to let you know, James, it's a bonus action. It's a dex attack, and it's 1d8 damage.
Yeah, it's better than the fireball wand because that's only one fireball a day.
Okay, and then just he'll take the fireball, and he kind of chews on it a little bit. Oh, with a tunic in that.
Yeah, I wouldn't chew that, mate. It's been in the fucking gullet of a thing.
Did it have tentacles?
What was it called again? The thing that I shoved it in the throat of and blew it up.
I have no idea.
I don't know, but it was large and beastly and didn't have any tentacles.
If you want to get something here, but you don't have the money for it, if you're able to do a service for me and go collect something, then you can have your choice of things.
Anyone want to make? Yeah, fuck it. What do you need doing?
If you would just head outside of town, there is a crypt. I need you to go in. It's quite bumbling and takes a long while to get to. Once you get to, there's a chest with an artifact in it. Take the chest, bring it back to me, and you can take any item in exchange.
So we take the chest, bring it back to you, and we can take any item in exchange.
Yes.
Okay. And is there a time limit?
I'll be here at festival, so whatever you want to do.
All right. You got directions to this place?
I'll have to touch your forehead, and I'll put it in your mind. Are you okay with being touched? Are you one of those?
Sure.
When you can't touch your forehead, and you'll know exactly where to go. There you go.
If we have time, we'll try, but we're pretty busy. But yeah, we'll try.
That's fine. It's depending on who wants, but if you could all move along, I've got some other people wanting to buy some stuff.
Yes, let's get moving.
Good luck with everyone, and I'll just give you all a salute.
Sterling, did you see what I did?
Yes, I saw you did.
Did you get it?
Yes.
I'm learning.
Very
Oh,
well done.
he's so dumb
Why is he so dumb?
because he asked for the chest, not the thing inside it.
Doesn't
And then I
matter.
reiterated it, and he agreed.
Fine. You haven't seen what's inside.
Just be a fucking rock. It's my rock.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. You guys up to what you want to do now? So I'd say, so Starling, Moryn, you guys head off towards to find more games. Valericia, Venis, and Odeysus, you guys are going to the library, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of different libraries in town. There's a kind of public library. You said the Royal Library. Then there's the Historic Library, which has tries to collect everything that has a word on it. It costs money to get into.
How much money does it cost to get into?
So the getting to the Royal one, it's more donations, so you put in what you want to put in. You have to put at least more than one gold in. For the Historic one, it costs about 20 gold each, we'll say. It's nothing too crazy.
God damn. Can I ask, is there a discount for the Holy Church?
And you see the cleric that's standing in front, and he'll just kind of look up at you and go, "No."
Pity.
Do you want in?
Look at the rest of them and go, probably got a better chance than here, to be honest.
Yeah,
Did
let's
you-
just go in.
Do you have gold on?
I don't. Should we have taken some from Moryn?
Oh, I just
Yeah.
assumed you had.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say we took
Yeah.
some from Moryn.
Yeah.
It costs 60 gold.
We'll take that out of the party fund.
When you're in there, don't break anything. You will know about it and will come and you'll be banned for life.
Yes, sir.
And when you're in there, be quiet as you can as other people are trying to read and research things. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Utmost respect for the library.
Enjoy your time at the Historic Library.
Thank you.
He kind of lets you go. It lets you go in. Walk in. It's a massive kind of complete circle, and dome shape. Has multiple different bookcases on it that go about, I'd say, about 60 feet in the air. Massive bookcases. Different ladders and different things, but other people are using spells to bring them down. You see other people at different tables, trying to research stuff and whatnot. And there's a little desk in the middle that's kind of like a circle that has somebody sat in it who looks like they're in an arcane kind of robe.
Just sitting there in the middle.
He's just sitting in the middle of all of you.
Does he look like an official, or does he look like just somebody who's researching?
It looks like he's more working there, not researching anything. Other people who are researching, you can see, have kind of wooden tables. This is more of a marble table.
He's probably the man we have to see. I'll go up to him and just sort of go.
He turns around. You can see it's an elven man. Full of kind of a nice kind of green and red, arcane, sort of official robes. Can I help you, sir?
Afternoon. A few of us here. We were looking to research a few things. I don't believe we've ever been here, so we could use a few pointers on where to look.
What is it you're looking for?
Just kind of look at the others and just go. Shall we go with penitent first, or?
Yeah.
We're looking for the religious history, history of deities,
both past and present.
That's
Things like
right.
that.
I can call upon the books to be brought to you at a certain table, and yes, you can start going through them.
And also, second section on sub races of elf.
Okay, there's far fewer on that, but I can still bring them along.
Thank you very much.
Is that all?
I believe so. Turn to the rest of them and just go like, is that all?
I believe so.
Oh, and sorry, finally, books on the greatest mythical weapons.
Oh, yes, I can have a couple of books brought down for you. If you just take a seat, and then they'll be brought over to you.
Could I ask one thing?
Go ahead.
Historical sites of significance.
Historical sites. You'd have to be a little
Whether
bit.
that's worship,
Oh, sites
ancient
of
worship grounds.
That's fine. I can definitely look at that.
Thank you.
I'll lean over and just go, "You're a genius."
And then he'll just go that. Okay, I'll have the books brought to you. It might take a little while, as they have to find them all and bring them down to you. Please have a seat, and I'll have them brought as soon as I can.
All right.
He just kind of continues to sit as you guys go find a little table you can all sit at.
We break out like the crinkliest, loudest snacks we can. Just in the middle of the night.
Everyone turns to you.
Yeah, no, don't actually.
I know it. Hey, you guys can sit at that table. Cool. Moryn and Starling, you guys are in amongst everything. There's massive kind of festival happening. Everybody's kind of trying to sell you stuff again. People are trying to go like, oh, do you want to help me out here? Blah blah blah. It's a lot to kind of understand what the fuck's going on.
I think this might be the most people.
Where would you guys want to start?
So we should probably look to see if we can find someone who's in charge or running the games, don't you think, Moryn?
Yep.
Someone in an official capacity so we can get a lay of the land.
Yeah. Fucking hell, there's loads of people.
This is the capital, and this is the biggest festival of the year. This is probably more people. You'll probably see more people here than you've seen in your entire life up to this point.
It's amazing. Look at that guy over there. Moryn just points at some random fucking person. Look at that guy. Look at those people.
So
there's so many of them.
You think this is crazy? You should see the size of some of these people's hats.
You'll see people in around different stalls, or they're either cleaning their weapons, or outside a bar drinking. People try to sell stuff in different stalls, but there is a couple of guards kind of sat about, just keeping an eye on everything, try to keep the peace.
Just kind of wander over to one of them. Just go, excuse me, sir. Don't mean to trouble you, but in regards to the games, is there any sort of official or information center we can go to just to get more information? You see, my good friend here, and at some point tomorrow, is a prize fighter, so we're looking to enter him.
It's different this year from what we've understood. There used to be multiple games that happened with testing different feats and whatnot, and so. But the King's not announced it yet. From what I've understood, and it's more of everyone. It's not a well kept secret, but there seems to be one big game happening this year. And if you want to sign up for it, you have to go to one of the mercenary guilds and sign up with your team, pay the fee, and every mercenary guild then has the point to enter the game.
Oh, what if I'm already part of a mercenary guild?
What mercenary guild would that be?
Well, that would be whichever one Ray Shines was called. I can't fucking remember what it was called.
You have to go to the mercenaries guild and sign up there. Make sure you're in an official ring, and once you're an official member, you can then enter the game when it's announced. It should be announced, I think I've been told, next week. The King's having a big celebration, and then the game is supposed to take place at the end of the festival in 3 weeks' time.
Perfect.
So we've actually got quite a bit of time before we need to sign up, I suppose.
I'd get signed up before you can. Everyone's getting signed up as they can. There's a lot of different teams here, a lot of different competition. I'd get signed up sooner or later.
Sterling, hear me out. We go get signed up now, nice and quick. We've got time to get really drunk, and we could tell the others it just took ages.
Now, I don't disagree with the plan. I'm thinking maybe I'd like to stay sober, just because getting sloppy in this kind of place, we're very likely to get pickpocketed.
Fair point.
Also, the drinks are going to be very expensive at this time of year. We're not going to be able to afford to get drunk.
Very also a good point. Right, Mercenary Guild.
Right.
What was the name of Ray Shine's team again? Sorry,
Was it the Adventurers Guild of Honourable Acts, was it?
that sounds right.
If you guys want to see that, it's up to you.
Because it did change a couple times.
I'd written down guild badge, but not the name of the fucking guild.
It's just got Guild Badge written on
Yeah,
it.
it's completely up to you guys. But yeah, if you guys want to make your way to the Mercenary Guild, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's actually, from what you think, like, Charlie, you would have been here actually if you're working as a mercenary. It's a place to go where it kind of like more sign on to official work that kind of work like can't do, and so it's like places for like kind of more regulation and kind of things like that. It's to stop like kind of banditry and just kind of like people hiring who they want to hire. This keeps a record and makes everybody pay their fair share in tax for being a mercenary. You go in and the office is busy. With people kind of signing up and whatnot, but there's a queue to go in. The queue only takes about half an hour when you get to the desk. Sorry, it's just been a long day. Can I get a name? You wanting to sign up?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my name is Moryn.
Is that your? Get an application. Moy.
I have a license for mercenarying, and I have a guild badge. I don't know if that helps.
Can I see your license?
I have one that I bought in Port Violet.
Yes, this just singles you as a fee. Yeah, no, you're signed up as a single participant. If you're wanting to join a group, you would all have to come here together to state the group name.
We should probably come back with the others, I think.
Do they? Yeah.
It's probably
that's-
worth us all signing up together.
Just to make sure it's not to waste anyone's time. Once everybody is signed up, I then take everyone's license. I assign you all to a group. The group must have a name. I don't want to be sit here going, we don't know this, that, and everything. Make sure you're deciding on a name before it's got here. And I will require everyone's signature. And obviously pay the fee. Mr. Moyne has already paid his fee. That is fine.
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. There's one other thing. We'll do that, but there's another thing I completely forgot about. My friend is a mercenary. He might have come through here. I suppose you've seen my mate Cardi about, have you?
Cardi.
Oh yeah, it'd be Cardinal because he's
Cardinal Pike.
yeah, he's got
Cardinal.
weird-
He looks like me, just minus this tattoo over the eye. Slightly different shape
No.
horns as well.
You could just say he's a tiefling, Starling.
It is completely against regulation for me to give out the location of other mercenaries.
He is my
Oh,
brother. It was just a social call.
Just to know
I-
where he is. Just as he signed up, is he in town?
I could not give out the location of people, for just anybody. But if people were good friends, then maybe I could.
Oh,
He
we're
is.
very-
He is.
very
He's
good
family.
friends.
He's my twin brother.
I suppose if we were good friends,
Oh, we're good friends. Of course, we're good friends.
yes,
So-
and good friends give each other gifts.
Oh yeah, that money I owe you.
Yeah, yes, it'd be good if you would give me the money you owe me. Yes.
How big a donation to your charitable fund would make us close
We've got
friends?
two different ways for this.
Yes.
bullshit.
Well, if you're going to pay a charity donation, then you're going to give me the money you owe me. The money you owe me, I remember being about 50 gold, and if you're going to make a donation, it'd be another 50 gold.
Oh, but that's convenient. That's exactly how much I've got here.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So that's good. We can all. If you just both give me 100 gold, then I can no problem telling you the location.
There you go. There's my deer pelt.
What?
Don't worry.
Is that how much we're calling 100 gold? That was
It's a pelt. Lend us a pelt, mate.
He'll take it and go. And so I'm looking for Cardinal Pike, correct?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. And you see, he gets up from his desk and goes over and goes.
It's the best idea I've ever had, Sterling. I'm on a
That
roll
was-
today.
That was a stroke of genius.
He picks up a book and kind of goes through different pages. There. Puts the book away. Yes, no, Cardinal Pike is signed up to be in the games. Paid his fee and everything's good to go. He is currently in a group called the Strays, under a man named Locke is the leader of that group, and they are set out outside of Hydon in a tent. It's to the... If you go to the western gate, and you're looking out towards the forest, if you go left, about 10 minutes, you'll see a big red tent, and they're just in there.
Someone write that down.
On it.
And yeah, that's where you find them.
Thank
thank you very much.
I have missed my friend. Bye.
That's not okay. Thank you very much for the money you owe me.
Yep, it's alright.
Cool. Yeah, and he'll just go back to setting other people up.
Sterling, I may be the smartest man in the world.
That was a stroke of genius, I must admit.
I think I deserve a beer.
I think so.
That was brilliant. Holy shit, I can't believe that worked. And for the sake of a deer pelt. Fucking hell.
You gave him 100 gold.
Yeah, but I sold a deer pelt for 100
Oh, yeah,
gold.
that's fair enough. That's what he thought about.
It's literally nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
You just returned to where you were before.
fucking hell. Oh, is this what it feels like to be smart?
I was going to say. And yeah, you guys go off for a drink. Valericia, Venis, and Odeysus, can you guys all make investigation checks for me, please?
I certainly can. That will be... Oh, shit. That'll be 21.
Only 10 for me.
I got
Venis-
14.
Venis is not an intelligent man.
I was going to say, what did you get, Valericia, sorry?
14.
14. No problem. Yeah, you guys start kind of... The books were brought down for you. Start going through them. There's about 10 or so books. Venis, it's kind of hard for you to kind of like... You're trying to like... It's almost like a different language has been translated to English, and then you're trying to look for a different context of like... It's hard to understand what they're meaning by like different types of words and whatnot, but you're trying your best. And you understand that it seems like each god has their own holy site equated to them. And it seems like they almost act as like maybe doors or whatnot. People think, or like they're not like... It's kind of, again, hard to understand. Odeysus, looking for yours. So, looking through all gods, you see no single word of penitent.
Do I see any, like, even without a name, do I see, like, reference to any creation or outcast or anything that would fit the bill at all?
Nothing at all.
God damn.
But you do, looking through different books of different gods, you do see mention of, like, weapons that have been used to try and kill gods in the past. But looking at them, they all like, if like someone was to go and do this, it requires very specific knowledge for how to make these weapons. But you say all knowledge was destroyed just so it could never happen.
Did it say any like location of where it was destroyed or who was in charge of that at all?
They just said they were destroyed, but like 200 years ago, just after the the attack.
Well, poo.
And they're just
Okay.
saying any knowledge of how to make these kind of weapons were gone.
Well, worth a shot.
Mm-hmm. Valericia, you didn't really look up anything, did you? No, you were looking up different races. So, upon looking up different races of elves, you notice there are a couple of different ones. There's wood elves, high elves, kind of like different kind of variations on them. Upon looking for one that changes with the seasons, though, not a lot is written about it. They're known to come by every now and again, but people sometimes see them as a harbinger for like change. And if one is born, it means like the world's about to go through a dramatic change. Is what some
damn.
is what some believe.
Okay. I guess I take it like the three of us are sitting together. We're all just
Yeah, and
studying
you're passing
notes.
notes. Stuff. You have your little study group. Yeah.
Okay, Valerica's gonna turn around to Odeysus and Venis. I think you guys should have a look at this.
Oh, you're getting further than I am. What did you find?
Not much. But if you look at this, Valerica's gonna like put the book over so they can both see it. It says that when an elf of my kind is born, it signifies a change. It's almost like an omen.
Well, what do you believe?
I don't know. I don't really know what to think of it.
I think that doesn't make a difference. If you're looking at it this way, this says the fact that you're here means bad things are happening. Bad things are happening already, whether or not you're here. So it really doesn't change much. You're not the cause of any of this.
I mean, I didn't really think I didn't really mean as if bad things. It just says changes.
Change isn't always a bad thing.
Yeah, my point is
No.
that exactly.
Change for the better.
Other than that, I haven't really gotten anywhere.
I think all I found is there were ideas for weapons that could kill gods, but the knowledge was destroyed when the Dragonborn showed up with the big war. Knowledge was destroyed a while ago. So if that knowledge is anywhere, it's not here. And there's no mention of penitent anywhere. Any creation or anything like that, at least not in this library.
Great.
What about you, Venis? Any luck?
No, just holy sites mainly. Every god has one. Various places of worship, that's all I've been able to find.
Every god has one, you said.
Yes, every god has a holy site, it says.
So the ones we've been to before aren't just generic holy sites, they're each dedicated to a particular one.
Yes. That was my theory at first.
Which one is Matilde? Does it say it in that? And I kind of like budge up next to him, just like,
Maybe you can make more sense of it.
I mean, show me what you got so far. Let's have two heads are better than one.
I'll let you roll with advantage then. This is about investigation.
Okay. Oh shit. Jesus Christ. That's 25. Jesus.
Cool. Yeah. You kind of go through it and you go and Venis goes like, "Oh, I read up to this and I think this music." And you go, "Actually, I think from learning from my religion, my kind of history past this kind of, I think you may have got that slightly wrong in interpretation." Reading through it, you do agree that like just in like each god has their own holy site. However, it has kind of been lost as to which one which means, but they are believed to be almost like doors to go speak to gods, and almost like they access like them directly.
We have no idea which one's which.
No.
Here's a question. How many holy sites does it say there are? Like, does it correspond with the number of gods that we know exist to the number of holy sites?
It says the ones that have been found, there's about 12, but there is believed to be more that are just kind of lost or hidden, or even like have been destroyed, but the site is still there.
And how many gods do we know exist in this pantheon?
There's about 10.
So there are more holy. So the holy sites are connected to the gods, but there are more holy sites than there are gods we know of. I didn't say that. I'll say that in character then. So I'm going to say that out loud. And just look at the others and go. So that means one of these holy sites could potentially be for penitent or for a god that we don't know about yet. One that doesn't get worshipped often.
Marilka did say it was underground.
Hell, one of these holy sites could belong to the Great Bears for all we know.
Mm.
This is big. Right, this is something we need to think on. If we can get in contact, if we can go to some of the nearby holy sites, eventually we're bound to find one of the ones that's connected to one of ours and start pointing to back and forth. You can see Odeysus is very excited about this, as if like they've just come across like the first clue to something in a long while. Like we could potentially talk to the other side. We need to go to holy sites.
More than just try and find out which holy site belongs to which god?
I can't. This book isn't telling me anything about that. Knowledge has been lost, apparently.
Are there symbols for other gods?
There are. Like, I'll grab one of the other books about religion. I'm assuming that the symbols for each god are probably all there, right?
Different symbols, yeah, for each god, and they're all there, but like none of them kind of correspond to like any of the holy sites now.
I'm gonna get a piece of paper and just like note down all the symbols and which god they correspond to, so I have it with me.
Okay, that's fine.
Which, maybe note down what offerings are traditionally offered to that god. Maybe it's just we've been to the holy sites and we haven't been making the correct offering.
Indeed. We have a map, right? Yes.
Yeah, you guys have a map.
Pass me the map, and he's going to start noting down on the map where all of the holy sites are.
That's fine.
Like all the ones that are, because I imagine on our map, probably not all of the holy sites that like were there. So I'm going to note every single one down. Let's see, and I'm going to see if I can find out what offerings are traditionally given to what god.
Everyone investigation, please, if you're trying to look up that.
Oh fuck! Natural 20.
Jesus.
That's the first natural 20 I've had in a very long time.
14.
I'm looking at a book, you nerd.
Fucking, you know, you say that like it's a bad thing.
So yeah, going through the book, you kind of see that people have given different gifts to gods throughout time, and kind of like some people have given like a bounty, like of like their harvest. Some people have given like bits of jewelry, swords, and whatnot. People have given animals. Some people have went there and sacrificed themselves. But no one knows truly what kind of like these holy sites, like no one's ever like been able to kind of like the thinking is that they're there and they should be able to link to somewhere, but no one has yet kind of figured out how to get into them.
No luck.
Hmm.
What mystery this is, we have to figure it out ourselves. I think we've probably learned all we can get from these books.
Yeah, you guys will kind of, if everyone's done here, you'll close the books over. Somebody will come collect them and you get to leave. Are you guys going somewhere in particular, or?
Where were we going to meet? Moryn and Starling?
Yes, of course. We probably should.
No, but where were we going to meet
Do you
them?
know where they are?
Oh.
You're in a city, the high city, the capital city, and it's start a massive festival.
I imagine they'll meet us back at Burnie's.
Probably. We've been here for a number of hours reading multiple books. I imagine they're probably done by now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back.
Yeah, you guys head back. Starling and Moryn, did you guys go out for a drink?
I'd say we went out for a drink and then we'll eventually head back.
Just a drink. Are you going back to Burnie's?
Just one drink. Yeah.
Cool.
Just one.
Well, you guys are heading back. What we'll do is we'll take our break here so we can go pee and do what we need to do. But yeah, we'll be back in like 10 minutes or so. Be a kind of shorter break than usual, but little break. Bye-bye.
An oven pizza in that time.
Let me-
Ciao.
It's
Poison.
I'll be right back.
oyster. Is it oyster?
I can't believe
Is it oyster? What is it?
the same. I am the brains of the operation.
What are you laughing at?
I mean, no one's arguing that.
I can't believe it.
I've never heard anyone do that voice before. She sounds so
Can't believe it
outraged.
I'm just gonna say, Pop mentioned
It's kind of hinge. Yes, I am.
Come on. What is melee? Because I figured out it's not beating on crouch.
That's dead! I'm in the cupboard, get in the cupboard! Get upstairs! Get in the cupboard! The door's open! Get in the cupboard! I can saw your life, get in! No, at least, they will help me. That's fine. Yes! I'm ready for this match! You ready? You ready to eat 2 burgers at once? You ready? You ready? You ready? Get those 2 burgers! You ready? I'm ready for the tail mouse! I'm ready for the tail! I'm gonna do myself! The tail, right? Oh shit! What the fuck? What? The game just shelled me! It was like, oh, you get to beat this, no problem. What? Where did this come from? What is how my souls are going? I beat the boss? What? The dragon just kills me? Like that? Oh, dialogue? What? There was a dragon! And what does dialogue do against a dragon? I was like a fucking crazy person. I have just like one pillow that I fall in half. It's a very sad. I'll say this. The pillow is very, very sad to this start. You're a serial killer. What the fuck? One pillow? Yeah, you only need one pillow. You just take. It's not. It's the thing is, it's half.
This is almighty. You've got like a million. You've got like a million pennies in cushion.
You got a milky truck. Still got to found out. It's like.
Your son, he's half yogurt.
Just no. I raised him. I raised him right. You should. How did he get half yogurt? I should have been there. How did we have to say? Damn it! How half yogurt? No.
Big shit.
Man, but this reminds me of old times, huh?
What is reminiscent about this?
Yeah, I'm firing blanks.
You broke him out. You finally did it.
No!
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Oh, you go back out?
Yeah, baby.
Isn't that the island we just came from in front of us?
I'm aiming at that one.
a splash of the face around the old way. Around the old coming towards you. Lock them at the pass. You and I can set them up. Splash of dirt. Got a Persian. Let's take him back to Spawn. He got that last. You're what? That's it. I watched this really cool anime once.
He's still on Bluetooth.
It's called Avatar. Have you ever watched it before? All these stairs work. Here we go. Oh, fucking hell! I mean, fucking Indiana Jones! Fuck! Who the fuck is this guy?
I think he's like.
Dragon, obviously.
He was in like the other story stuff. Or yeah.
You have a problem because he's black?
White.
So, is it Johnny Depp doing the voice?
No, this is a black dude.
What are we on about?
This guy here.
Max is looking at the complete off. No, Max, they got Johnny Depp to do that old black dude over there.
No! I mean. Oh!
What is happening?
I have no idea what's going on right now.
I completely messed up.
What do you think Johnny Depp sounds like?
Oh, I know which stuff is. We fucking did boys! We fucking did! Yeah, we got through! Didn't complete the game, but I did! I got through enough where it this there. Less than an hour! We get through! So just put it all in there.
Okay, Daniel.
What? Oh, well, where are you?
Where are you? Where are you?
You're heading back to spawn.
I'm not in Diamond Pod.
See, that's what I came from.
You came from this way.
Yeah.
Shit!
We.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? It's on the other side. Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. Well, well, let's just leave it there. Oh, that's funny. That's so. No, it sounds so sad. Fucking idiot! Just fucking set myself up. Side by side.
What about side by side?
Is James back?
Something you need to know. Your son fucking sucks at
Bremlin and Ben. It's Bremlin and Ben Boots. Shut up, giant tree. Right, let's stop the car. Oh no, Jesus, back. Don't walk! I can see his face. No, I don't care what you did! I destroyed one, you walked out the other! Walk away from the fucking space, you... Why? Why did we come to Max? Okay, well, we gotta move. We gotta leave this guy behind.
Yeah.
Okay, back. Okay, there we go.
How are you actually moving now? He just fucking went for shit! What just happened? You are kind of his main jokes. Did you just eat yourself? Why did you hold on?
I just remembered. I was like, oh, at one point we have to go up onto a windowsill. I thought this was the windowsill. I'm gonna order a KFC.
A KFC? KFC's make my ass greasy. Do you know what I mean? Like, how much did that fresh witch say you had? Oh, that's an hour! There he is.
Have you picked up shit? Oh shit!
He's future. Oh, nothing for Max.
That's fine, I'll eat it.
2 seconds as I activate all the sound. Okay, that should be it. Can everybody speak?
Hello.
Hi.
Daddy.
Hola.
Test.
Okay, that's fine.
¿Cómo está?
Hey, yeah, you guys are all back at Burnie's house. Burnie is not back yet.
The house has not yet been raided by police, so it's I'm honestly surprised at this point.
Yeah, so it's up to you guys what you want to do.
How's Morelka?
She's still kind of working in our journal.
I give her a nod as we go in.
She won't look
And
up at you, she'll continue just kind of writing her journal.
Should we go and have a chat in Bernie's office? It's probably the quietest room in this place.
Probably.
And it's the room that will hopefully smell the least like bird shit.
It's going to
I
smell like
can
Bernie shit.
confirm-
Oh ho!
I
Look at the
can
birds.
confirm the office doesn't smell as bad, having slept in there last night.
Let's go to the. What's an office for, by the way?
For working in, if you have a business or you like to keep all your papers and things in a certain place, it's sort of like a... It's hard to describe, but yes, where you keep all your important documents and things and you do some work.
For doing quiet work.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If you were to write lots of letters and things like that, you'd do them in your office.
Right. I'm gonna be honest, Dylan. I think I've used up all my brain power for the year. So.
You have had a stroke of genius today, so that's fair. You take it easy.
Let's go to the office.
Yeah, you
Close
guys,
enough.
you guys all go to the office. Talk about what I talk about.
Was it very fruitful for you two?
Yes, I know where Cardi is.
What? Where?
Right?
Out
He's
to the
in
west of the
red
city.
tent.
Big red tent to the west of the city. He's fighting in the tournament with a group called the Strays.
Jeez.
Also, if we want to sign up for the games, we kind of all need to go as a big group and then decide on a group name before we get there. But so far, we don't really know what's going on with the games. There's only one big one. It's not really been revealed yet, but it might be getting revealed next week. And then the game will be taking place at the end of the festival within about 3 weeks.
Is there... Sorry, we don't need a... Is there any prerequisites? Do we need to have our names down? Do we need
We all put our names down. We have a group name, and then
Do we need licenses?
I believe he said we do need a license, or at least we get sort of licensed. I believe when we put our names down. I suppose.
You'll have to pay some money. I
Okay.
think that's about it.
Because Moryn and I are both licensed mercenaries, but with different groups. So
I'm not a licensed mercenary.
I'd be very surprised if you were, Venis.
I certainly don't like paperwork.
You could be my
I'm-
mercenary apprentice.
Man of the cloth. I've never even thought about it.
Religions often employed
Much-
mercenaries when things need
Much
doing.
like the other one, I'd be happy to watch you all.
I have a feeling that it would be best to be all together. If this ends up being a large melee,
If it ends up being a large event where people can watch, and I'm there in the middle of an arena,
I'd certainly feel more
Actually,
confident with you at my
that's
back than without
Got a
it.
really good point.
I'd feel more confident without thousands of eyes upon me, Starling.
This is a point.
I think
Like
we need
I'm-
to know more about what we're going
Yes.
to face first. For all we know, it could be a run in a circle around a track. We have no idea what we're going to
At
face.
which
Do we
point
need
we-
to sign up before we find out what's in the games, or can we wait until we find out what's in the games before signing up?
I believe we could wait. They did say sign up sooner rather than later, but
I mean, you two sign up anyway, and if we need to add on, we can add on.
we can always all sign up together, and then when it comes to it, if you don't wish to be part of it, you can just say you've taken ill.
Is that
Touch
an
it.
option? You can
That'd
back
be a
out.
waste of gold, surely.
I mean, I suppose.
But we all head down there at some point and we can find out more.
Yes. What did you guys find out?
There's no mention of penitent or anything like that at all in any of the historical books. However, Venice and Valerica found quite a bit. We don't all clam at once.
The suspense is killing me.
Well,
My apologies. Venice, do you want to go first?
I mean, Odysseus found it. I just sort of pushed the book around a little.
We're kind of on a time limit here. Can somebody...
Well, one of you tell me what you found.
Valerica!
Well, I managed
We
to.
told you all in 3 seconds.
Well, I managed to find out some information about my kind. Basically, we are an omen. If one of us is born, it's change is about to happen.
A good omen or a bad omen? Not that I suppose there's ever really good omens, but
It didn't really specify, but from
book.
the current events we have, had, I'm going to assume bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thing out there killing gods, so that's probably a bad thing.
did it provide any evidence for this, or was it just ramblings?
It was very little information I could find. I didn't see any written evidence of it, but I guess there just isn't much to go on.
Until I'm provided with evidence to the contrary, I'm going to choose to believe that it's ramblings. Because, well, I'm a skeptic. It's good to know,
sure.
though. It's one of the things I don't know how, I'd like to know what they mean by an omen.
Mean anything.
Yes. You know me, I'm something of a cynical person myself, so a lot of these things I like to see a little bit of evidence. These prophetic visions and fates and omens and things tend to get a bit wishy-washy for me. But it's a start. Certainly a start. Maybe this gentleman who was looking into your kind saw whatever the changes this omen is meant to bring. Who knows?
Well, I'm not gonna get anywhere anytime soon. Anyway, Venice, do you want to tell everyone what you found?
Well, Odysseus and I found was that each god's got its own holy site. We also found out that there's 12 holy sites and only 10 gods that we know of that have been found.
Well, we know that Penitent has a holy site,
Yes.
or a site. I don't really suppose you can call it holy, given what Penitent is. An unholy
But
site.
we've copied out a bunch of sigils of the gods. And we have information on what each god usually requires to pray to them. Might help with the holy sites, finding out which god is which.
They did have those pedestals.
Yes. That was sort of my thought. Nobody's really been able to activate them, unfortunately. So if we do it, we'd probably be the first.
Anything on the, what was her name, Wombless Mother?
Honestly, Starling, I didn't look for specifics.
That's fair. I'm just thinking, obviously, if she is, from what we've been led to believe, some sort of god. We've got more holy sites than we have recognized gods in a pantheon.
One of them probably belongs to her.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, we kind of had a full plate of things. We had 3 different topics. It was we can always go back, but yes, there's kind of a full plate for the day.
Yes, I can imagine your eyes are sore from all that reading.
Oh yes.
So it's about 12 right now, so it's only about noon, so it's up to you guys what you do with the rest of your day.
So we go see Cardi.
Are we sure we...
Odysseus, your son's probably with him.
I'm well aware... Sorry.
Like,
This is...
let's go. We've got him.
Yes, I suppose we should.
This is,
And it sounds like there's this other guy with him who no one's got any connection to, so I don't have to worry about hurting him if it comes to a scrap. So I'm
Yes.
pretty... What was his name? Lucky?
Locke, yes. Odysseus,
Yes.
why are you now dragging your feet? You seem rather unsure about doing this.
This has been something that I've been trying to do for months, Starling. And now that it's here... Jitters are a thing.
Oh,
And this
believe me, I know.
This isn't going to be some sort of family reunion where we'll have to see each other. He is taking this path for a reason. I don't think this is going to be a happy reunion. I think this is not going to be good at all.
I mean, I know for a fact it's probably not going to be a good reunion for me either, but we need to do this. Is there anything else we need to know about why Alexander left and about your relationship with him before we go? Because revelations being dropped at the last minute is never good for any of this group.
Listen, the last time I saw Alexander, we were on good terms. He left the village. He left the village because he was seeking knowledge. There was a sickness, and we needed help from outside. So he left. That was 3 years ago.
And was Alexander like magic like you?
Not that I remember.
Or was he like...
Is that why you left? To seek this knowledge?
I left to find him. Knowledge is one thing, but he is my kin. He's my only kin, my only son.
When did you leave the village?
About, what, 2 months before I met you?
So it took you, what, 18 months?
I trusted that the knowledge you were seeking would be hard. After a year, I assumed that, well, maybe he had found something, but the snows had let up. Then after the second year, I thought, well, maybe it's a harder search than I thought. He was chasing up a lead. After year 3, I knew that something was wrong. It's a big world. I didn't know how far you would have to travel.
Plus, you were like the only healer in a whole town full of what sounds like sick people.
Yes, it was needed.
Can't blame yourself for that.
But why do you feel like it's going to be on such a bad reunion?
Look at the company he's keeping, Starling. He was sent to get knowledge of how to help this sickness, and now he's knocking about with essentially the most evil creature on Earth. Something has happened, and he has strayed from the path.
Didn't you say that Penitent hadn't made a deal with him though, Starling?
From what he told me, Alexander is with Cardi, but he never stated that he'd made a deal with Alexander.
That's what
Just
worries
that.
me the most of all. It means he's helping him willingly.
Or he's been tricked.
There is a chance that Cardi may be deceiving him.
If we show up there and tell him the truth, Alexander might just turn and punch Cardi in the face.
We also need to figure out. Look, I think about this on the way, but the first thing we need to figure out is money. If we leave the city, I don't know how it works, but it could well be that we have to pay our way back in again. I don't know if we have enough money for that.
Yeah, we've got plenty of money for that. Odeysus, it's
I'm-
your son.
Do we have enough money for that though? It was what
600 of them, and there's 5 of us.
Most of our cash.
That is a.
It's just
Should
fucking
we-
money, people.
At this point, the money is a pretty vital resource.
Got enough to get back in after. We'll fucking earn some money some other way.
We can ask someone on the way, and if they say yes, you'll have to pay again. There's more than one way out of a city. We can always try and find a less public way out.
But we've got enough money.
But if we can save the money,
It's just money.
I've changed my mind. Let's go.
Thank you, Odeysus. God, am I the only one thinking straight? Oh, actually, no. Sorry, Venis, Valericia. It's not fair on you two. You weren't saying anything. But it's just money, right?
No, I agree. Money should be spent.
I do agree as well. It's not like we'll never come across it again.
Think of it this way. It's either we spend this or we buy 3 of those weird fucking flashy arrows that Valericia wants. And I made her perfectly good arrows.
I like your arrows,
I'm
Moryn.
joking, Valericia. I know they're magic. I can't make magic arrows.
I
Yet.
just think it would be useful.
Oh, I don't think I'll ever be able to make magic arrows. I don't do magic. I'll leave that to my betters.
Are you guys gonna
leave that to your bears.
head out towards it, the city now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys will leave Burnie's house, start towards the western gate. Get there. You ask if you can get back in, and they say no. You can. You once you've paid to get in, they know who you are. Basically, it's like a sigil that was put on you, and not a sigil, like a kind of mark, magical mark. They can't tell if you've been in or not, and so you're able to go from the city and back in now, no problem.
Well, that's a relief.
Right.
Once getting outside the western gate, though, you look at all the rows of tents and notice all of them are like mercenaries, trained killers, like a lot of weaponry on display. A lot of people who look kind of more vagabonds and more kind of brigands and more kind of like people who are up to no good kind of deal.
Making trouble around the neighborhood.
But as you walk through the kind of sea of tents, you do see a couple of big tents, but you do see a big red tent in the middle that has kind of different compartments to it, but you can see there is an entrance. It's up to you guys now what you do.
Here we are.
I have a stupid question. As we're kind of walking, this is Raz, not Venis. As we're kind of walking through, does Venis notice any mercenaries that have got like familiar goblins outside?
Goblins.
Are you looking for hard cheese?
Oh, jeez.
But
Eh,
they're definitely here somewhere.
Oh, please, please.
They're not. They're not. They are. I'll say like they are here because it's the festival, but they're not right now.
Okay.
It's fine. But you could go look for them if you wanted to.
We could ally with them and go on as one big team.
We're not teaming up
What
with
did
hard
you
cheese.
think I was thinking,
Oh.
lad?
We're not teaming up with hard cheese.
Yes,
Right,
we are. They're
Can't-
This is
Can't speak goblin, and it's my only chance to use it. We're
This
doing
is-
it.
This is not a Bradocracy. This is a democracy.
Have I noticed any? Just on the back of that, have I noticed any more great bears wandering around or island people? Because this is the kind of thing they would.
Yeah, it's usually the kind of thing they would go for. And you know that some people turn up for these games specifically, but you see none of your kin.
All right.
Oh shit.
Is that a worry, or have I just gone to the wrong side of the city? Who knows? We'll deal with
Yeah.
that later.
You guys are
Now,
you can see the tent. You're not like right outside it, but you're enough outside where you can walk into it. It's up to you guys.
All of a sudden, I'm feeling weaker than these.
You and me both.
well, not to tell you how to parent Odysseus, but if it were my dad, he would say, "Moryn, get out of here! You fuck!" And then he'd probably throw a snowball at me, but there's no snow on the ground.
Oh, I suppose no snow. We'll have to go with a different option.
Yeah.
Does somebody
His
want to?
name's not Moryn, so it'd be weird if you shouted that.
I feel like if I walked in and was spotted straight away, things might go awry. Does somebody else want to take the lead and walk in?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
I don't mind walking in alongside
I'll go
Valericia.
into the random tent.
Yeah,
Shall we just go in as a group?
Yes,
Yes.
I just don't want to be in front.
Yeah.
no problem.
All three you can walk in. You have to kind of pass through a kind of like slight veil to go into the tent itself. Once in there, it's kind of a nice kind of open room. Like there's no flooring to it; it's all grass as the tent kind of covers up. There is a fire in the middle, a campfire that's kind of going for a pillow on the top. Across from it, you do see a man stood there, quite tall. It's like 6'5", whatnot. You can see he has kind of grey, shortened hair, almost kind of cut to a military cut. Like clawed scars all down his back as he's sitting there without a shirt. With his back to you, as if he's like looking up at something on like a mantelpiece. Be with you in just a second. You see, he put something down, turns around. Quite an old face with a claw mark going right down his face, a deep claw mark. Even though it looks quite old, it runs down his side of his face, all the way past his neck onto his chest. I didn't order a group of bards or retainers, so I'm struggling to figure out why you're sitting in my tent.
Might we be in the presence of the mercenary group known as the Strays?
You are?
Excellent. My friends here just wanted to touch base with some of your members.
Oh.
It's more of a personal matter.
So, if I had to guess, in my process of elimination, he points at Odysseus, you must be Alexander's dad.
Like the mention of his name, Odysseus, does kind of like eye twitches a little bit, and then he just goes, "Yes, as you were expecting me."
And the complexion of this one's this one's skin, gives me thinking you're the one looking for Cardi.
Yep, that's me, Starling.
Now, let's all not pretend we don't know why we're all here. You want to meet some of my boys?
I would like to meet my boy.
I'm not gonna pass insults along. They are out right now doing a job for me, but I'll go back soon enough to have a talk with them. Please stay. What I know, we have a lot to talk about.
Might
Sure,
I
go
assume I am speaking to Locke?
You would.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I must admit, this is a From what I can see, quite impressive.
You'd be... Well, I suppose you wouldn't, but... You'd be impressed with what you can get if you just play along.
I suppose. I must admit, we are looking to enter the games ourselves. I certainly hope that we don't cross paths.
You would hope
Not in any main of offence, but
Yeah, I would hope
just
not.
merely as...
I hate to see two brothers fighting each other.
That too.
Is that what the games are? A gladiatorial event?
Not from
They
what I
can
know,
be.
but in past have been things like that. But no, they're more. Oh, I've heard rumors for what it is this year, and it's going to be quite the competition.
Do you enter the games each year, sir?
Some years I have. It depends on what the game is, but from what I've heard this year, you'd be a fool not to enter.
And why would that be?
Oh, from what they're offering up.
Are you inclined to share what rumours you've heard about what the games might be this year?
No. Because I understand the price of information. And so does my boss.
And your boss? I'm assuming is somebody we've met before.
I assume you know them very well. At least Starling did.
So if you're a religious man, and I imagine your entire crew are as well, I imagine you're going down this whole kill the gods route.
We get straight to business. I wouldn't call what we have right on call our religion. It's more of an anti-religion. And more doing what needs done, but yes, we're all have the same idea.
So why would you want to kill the gods? Enlighten me.
Why would you want to worship one?
They're the caretakers of every certain part of existence.
Did they take care of Willowsea?
Fair point. And what happens when you do kill them?
I imagine life goes on in a better existence than what it is right now with them intruding.
How will life go on when the god of life does not exist?
I can see you clearly don't have a lot of knowledge and didn't stick around enough to know his full plan. He's quite
Stick
forthcoming.
around. He's not sharing anything. We've asked him multiple times and he chooses not to share.
Well, did you pledge yourself to him?
Why would I pledge myself to something that I don't know about yet?
Well, forgive me in saying it, but faith.
Would you say you like a book without reading it?
That depends what the front cover is.
So you're a man who judges a book by the cover?
Can do. Or I just turn to the last page, read what happens at the end, and make my own mind up.
Well, unfortunately, the last page hasn't exactly been shared with us yet, so we're looking even more blind than you would.
Well, I know what's about to happen, so I just like to be on the winning side.
And Alexander, how did you manage to wrangle him into this?
I'm not going to speak for Alex. He'll speak to you himself. When he
What
gets
about yourself? How did you fall in with Penitent?
As penitents want to do, he finds a person at the weakest and makes them the strongest. I was fortunate enough to meet him.
So you got to deal with him when you were desperate.
We've all been desperate. Just some people can admit it, but others can't.
Would you view him as a entity that prefers to help the underdog? Would you say?
More of a necessary evil.
But you acknowledge it's an evil.
Evil gets a bad rap.
Kind of look at, like, take a long stare. Let's go. When the gods are gone, any help that they would give would be gone. The world would be devoid of any aid that they would have. You might think the world would be a better place, but really it would just be more empty.
It'd be true freedom. A true utopia where they can do what they want. Right now you have gods playing their games, getting involved where they shouldn't, and making people pay money to go build grand temples that amount to dog shit. All the money that was spent on making your temple, your training, your placement, could have went to better someone else's life.
You mean like getting a pirate army to invade Willowsea? That really sounds like a peaceful way of living, doesn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, has Penitent not shared that with you? Manipulated somebody into doing that?
No. Whatever the boss man's plans are, I let him get on with them. Whatever he deems to tell me, I see it as a... I am grateful for what he told me.
When all the gods are dead, he's the only god left, yes? Is that the plan?
He's not a god, if you spoke to him.
He hasn't exactly claimed what he is, he just said what he isn't.
I thought he had like a holy site and stuff. I'm so confused.
Something you could say he's not a god, but people pray to him. He has a holy site. He has a sigil that fits the god description to me. Everything but the name, really. He's not a god, and I'm not a half-orc.
You say that the gods are playing their games. Really don't believe Penitent has games of his own that he's playing?
Maybe so, but if I'm going to be playing the game regardless of what side I'm on, I'd rather be on the willing side. His is the winning side.
Depends on how valuable a piece you are.
Oh. I know how I'm going to survive. And it's through him.
That's so. Is there any refreshments here, Ian? Like
No.
on a table or anything?
Nope.
None?
Nope.
Fair. Odeysus is just gonna clasp his hands, cross his leg, and just wait.
You are welcome to wait here. But I'll probably speak to my boys first. And then I'll send them in for you. Well, if they want to come in and speak to you, that is.
Well, certainly it's your operation. We wouldn't deign to demand anything. We're just merely asking.
Of course. Now I've got to go see somebody about something. If you want to stay here, feel free. And you'll just get a walk out the door of the tent.
Should we wait outside of the tent?
Why are we letting him go? Let's beat him into the ground, tie him up, and then wait for Alexander and...
Because that will not benefit us in a single way.
This is more of a conversation. This is more of a conversation thing.
Let's kill him.
No.
Let's not.
I'm so confused. Like, why? I don't understand why we're letting him leave.
Because he has Penitent on his side, and Penitent can easily overpower anything we choose to do. It's spitting in the wind.
We're also here for a conversation. I don't think Alexander and Cardinal would like to talk to us in an amiable way if we go around murdering people.
Exactly.
We've got to, play nice.
What was that thing he was like looking at?
But this entire time, Odeysus has walked over and is looking at the thing that he was looking at. That's his way of staying silent.
You go over to the mantle, there's kind of a little shelf, and there's a rock on it. A black rock.
Does it look like obsidian?
No. It just looks like a normal piece of rock you'd find by the side of the road.
Kind of just stares at it for a long time until he hears Moryn say the thing, and then turns around. It's just like this.
Oh, is that obsidian?
I don't know. He's gonna reach out and pick it up.
You pick it up and it just feels like a piece of rock in your hand.
I'm gonna bring it back over and just sit down with the rest of the group and look at it and go, "You're staring at this. It clearly isn't just some trinket."
Would you like me to go outside and see if I can spot where he went and just sort of hover in case he, I don't know, surrounds the tent with a bunch of mercenaries?
Maybe. Hang on. Venis.
Yes, sir.
First of all, please never call me sir again. um, Secondly, I'm afraid I don't have it prepared, but maybe you do. Are you able to detect if this thing is magical, and if so, what kind of aura it's giving off? I don't have it prepared today.
Unfortunately, no. If it were magic, I could make it not magic, but that's about it.
Fair. All right.
As I mentioned, I have never changed the spells that I wish to use.
Ian,
All right.
Yes,
in this room, is there like side tents?
there is,
Like,
yeah. There's 3. There's one to your left and right and one in front of you.
They're like where people would sleep or whatever and store their own personal shit.
They look like different rooms, is what I'll say. There's stuff in them, but they're not necessarily that.
I'm gonna see if I can like poke around and see if I can find anything that Odeysus or Starling would recognize as belonging to Cardinal or Alexander.
To the right, there is a small pantry with some food in it, but not a lot. To the left, there seems to be an armory, but almost there's different parts of different weapons in it. And none of the weapons are complete. And to the just ahead, there just seems to be a empty room. There's just grass below your feet.
There's no bedrolls or anything.
No.
That's weird, guys. If the tournament's in 3 weeks, and they're signed up for the tournament, they'd have more shit here, right? They'd have beds and spare clothes and more food than that.
Yes, usually.
And their weapons wouldn't be in pieces.
In
Nobody.
pieces?
Yeah, look at all this. And he's gonna point out the armory.
Yeah, there's not a single intact weapon. All the weapons are broken up to their hilt, their handle. The metal is just kind of broken up into pieces and whatnot.
Interesting.
Well, surely they'd have beds and clothes and supplies.
Well, look at it, when penitence involved, nothing is ever straightforward. Who knows him? He may have some pocket dimension or something where they're being kept.
Bag.
Maybe. As for the weapons, well, they are building a god-killing weapon.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make it out of bits of normal weapons, right?
No, but this may be, well, trial runs, practice.
Was Locke armed? Was he wearing a sword
Nope.
or anything?
He was just wearing kind of trousers, boots, and an open shirt.
Oh fuck! Did you do that thing where you made a sword appear, Sterling?
I used to.
I bet that's what it is. Look,
Quite possibly.
he doesn't need a sword because he's got one hidden somewhere magically or something like that. I bet that's what it is. But
It's very possible.
That makes sense.
You'll hear footsteps approaching the tent.
Just gotta look at Odysseus. You okay?
I'm fine.
Let's just try and keep our cool as best we can.
I can just head outside and make sure that we're not completely fucked.
I think that's a good idea.
Valericia, do you want to come out with me and just see if there's if we're stretching?
Yes, I'll come with you.
Venis makes a big show of going outside and just looking like he's just stretching and milling about, and
That's fine.
chilling.
Valerica, are you with Venis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You'll see Locke approaching the tent again. And before he
Hello,
goes,
sir.
hello. Your friends inside?
Yes, last time we checked.
Very good. Well,
Alright.
there you go. I'm just gonna go and speak to them for a little second.
Not an issue.
Before I leave, sorry, miss, I didn't catch your name. And it can't look at Valerica.
Oh, my name's Valerica.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
If I may be so bold to say, is I think you are quite a fine woman.
Oh,
And
thank you.
if you ever wanted to be on the winning side,
That son of a bitch.
feel free to come join me. I'm not going to push you to join anything. I'm just going to say, if you feel like being on the winning side and being all you can be, then my tent's always here. And it'll give you a wink and you'll walk into the tent.
Look at you getting all the offers.
I think he knows something.
Well, of course he bloody does.
But
But also, never sneer at a compliment.
No, of course not. It's just, I think that's the reason why.
West, Alexander's ready to see you. Sorry, Mr. Pike. Cardi said he had other things to do before he met you, and that you meet him at a tavern tonight. What tavern was it? As I look it up, it's one of the Blue Hills, near the Northern Gate. He says you meet him there for dinner. He said he had other things to do before he met you.
Alright. I'll stand up, let's go.
But West, I'll take you to see your son. He asked to just see you, so I'll just lead you towards him.
Kind of look at the others and just go, wish me luck. If we
Good
don't
luck.
come back here, meet you back at, and look at the others and just go, back at our place.
Of
Sounds
course.
like a plan.
Sure. The signal, if you're in trouble, is blowing up wherever you are.
I'll do my best.
Alright.
And kind of stand. He does that thing where, if you're an open, you stand up, but you lean heavily on the stick to like push yourself up. And he's definitely like old man card, but like this time you can tell he's not playing it up. He's genuinely like, when you're emotionally stressed and you just become physically exhausted immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, and you can see he's heavily leaning on this stick.
Cool. Locke, would you want me to hold your hand while going there?
Don't patronize me.
I was making an honest request.
I'd rather you didn't.
Well, start leading you through the tents. Okay, being by your side, but quite close to your side. Now, when you meet Alex, just be a little bit patient with him. He's going through some things, so right now he's not been the most talkative. So he's he's been going through quite a violent time. So I've been trying to be quite nice to him. You know what I mean? Would you know how this communicate with him at all?
I can tell you're trying to rile me up.
I'm not. I'm
So
just
just
having a
take
go.
me.
I'm just giving you fair warning.
You asking me if I know how to talk to my own son?
No. The way he tells it. And he kind of leads you towards, and you round a corner, but it's like about like 30 feet ahead of you. You do see Alexander. However, it almost looks like he's grown taller and has packed on a lot of muscle. He currently has his hands inside a barrel and kind of just keeping them there like a barrel of water. And he looks like his head's up speaking to someone who's just behind a tent you can't see.
Michael is actually nervous here.
Can I just say, Ian, we're Moryn specifically. wouldn't be going back into the city. He's going to mill around
That's fine.
just in case he hears anything.
It's fine.
Not in the tent and not following them, just sort of wandering through all the mercenaries.
100% same.
That's fine.
Odeysus is going to wander up. I want to preface as well, like, you're saying he looks different. When Alex sees me, remember, Odeysus has, like, shaved the side of his head.
Yeah.
He's got the braided ponytail going down. He basically looks like he's almost ready for a fight, which
Yeah.
he's never looked like that in the entire time that Alexander has been alive.
It's fine.
So yeah, he's going to just very slowly walk up.
As you walk up, you see him talking to someone, but you can tell the conversation ends, and when you go around to kind of see, there's no one there.
Oh, I can take a guess. You son of a bitch. Alex?
Odysseus.
No father?
What is it you exactly want from me?
May I sit?
If you can find a seat, yes.
Oh, I
And
thought he
you
was
see,
sitting
he turns and takes his hands at the barrel, and you can see they are bleeding and like they are cut up, and you're urged to try and like help him, but he kind of like takes his hands away from you, and you see his face, which is kind of covered with like not like long hair and a ponytail, but enough to kind of like longer unkept hair. He pushes it back. He has a cut on his right eye that's kind of bleeding down his cheek.
You've
He kind of points you towards a chair.
Thank you. And the chair and bring it over and just say, got into quite a few scraps since the last time I saw you.
Well, I am doing what I need to do.
Alex, what happened? It's been 3 years. I thought you were going to come back in a few months. I've been worried sick.
You sent me out to find help. And this is what I'm doing. You told me you were going to stay there.
And I wanted to, but I thought something had happened. I thought you were
What do you think is going to happen now that you're not there?
You know what we left. Nothing's going to change. Nothing changed in the 3 years that I was waiting for you. Nothing's going to change now.
You were there.
I've been worried. I missed you.
Well, I have the way to help us.
Well, from what I've heard, it doesn't sound good, but do you care to share? No one seems to be actually telling the full plan to anyone.
Mr. Locke has helped me, and find a way to help everyone in Ashenvale.
By killing the gods.
Penitent has told me how I'm going to help, and I'm not going to kill all the gods. I've just got one in mind.
Really have an axe to grind with Matil.
I don't know how you can still worship her after all she's done.
How do you know this is her doing?
She controls it all.
It's not true and you know it. I've told you better than that. She doesn't control everything.
And I've seen better than that. I've seen things that you've prayed for all your life. And I know what the truth is now.
Everything can kill, Alex. Disease is not something under Matil's guise. Every god can kill in one way or another. The god of storms uses thunder. The god of the wild uses animals. This is not Matil's doing. If it was, trust me, this would be something within my purview.
I don't think it would.
Penitent has done terrible things. More than you probably know. He preys on the weak, he preys on the desperate, and forces them to do things that they don't realize are horrible until they're already done. I've already met people who have once been in his service who now regret it and see what they've done. I'm still meeting people who are being twisted by him. He is a deceiver.
Do you
And
think?
he has you.
Do you think me some sort of fool
No.
who doesn't recognize what I'm doing? Who
I
doesn't
know.
understand the sacrifices which I have to make to get done what you sent me out to do?
I know you see what it is. I raised you for God's sake.
And
What I
then,
want to know is why you think this is worth it.
for her, of course.
Do you think I haven't been tempted into a deal like that?
Well, I guess we know which one of us truly loves her and is willing to do the necessary things.
You see Odysseus stand up, and his face turns a little bit to anger, and he just says, "Don't you dare ever insinuate that again. I love your mother more than life itself, and I would give mine for her. But that is not what is on the cards right now, and you know it. You are sacrificing every living thing that is now here or ever will be. You know
For
that is wrong,
her.
and you know she will never forgive you if you do this.
And Odysseus, if you do not lower your tone, you won't be the first old man I've killed.
What have you done in his name?
Plenty.
Alex,
Done what needs doing in order to get what I want.
and once it's done, what next? You fix the problems. You fix everything. What then? You think life will go back to the way it was?
No. I get to know she's safe. Better. And me and Penitent are going to continue on.
You think he's not just going to leave you behind in the dust, like he has with everyone else that's helped him?
They left him.
Alex, I love you. It's been 3 years since I've said that. And I want to be able to say it again every time I see you. Me and your mother love you very much. And no matter what happens now, I want you to be safe. From every harm in this world.
Then go back to Ashenvale and stay there.
You know I can't do that. Forget Penitent, just for the moment. Just for 1 minute, forget about Penitent, forget about everything. Just me and you. You know I am here for you. No one else. Nothing else. If you agreed to come home with me right now, I would leave this Penitent thing behind. He could get on with whatever he wants to do. You are the one thing right now that I care about. Do you understand? When you left for the world, I couldn't have been more proud of the man that I sent off. You were everything I ever hoped you were to be. And I was so proud that the world would get to see the man you were. And I am sorry if I have let you down in any way, because clearly I did not do a good enough job. But I aim to right that wrong, so please, stay with me.
I'm going to tell you something I could have said 3 years ago. No. Now, Odysseus, hobble yourself back to Ashen Vale. Or find some other better use.
Take care, son. I'll see you soon.
And you'll not say anything, he'll just continue to sit there.
I'm gonna turn away, and before he walks away, he stops, looks back, and just goes, "See if you can find some ice for that wound. You'll get an infection before long." He just hobbles away.
Locke stood there, and he'll go, "Do you need me to lead you back to the tent? You might get lost on the way."
I can find my way.
Good luck to you. Okay, waves you off with a smirk in his face. And you lead to find the rest of the group.
What do I find when I enter the tent? Is it just same as before?
Yeah,
or
same as
they,
same as before. Everyone's still there.
they haven't ransacked the whole fucking tent.
No.
Throwing dicks everywhere. Okay. I think we'll walk through the entrance and just look at them and just go, "We can go.
How did
I'm
it go?
going.
We can go."
Oh.
He just turns around, leaves.
I'll follow out.
Yeah, everyone can follow. I assume it's a very quiet walk back to Burnie's house.
The joys of a
Yeah.
session without Max.
So it gets to about 4. It's getting not dark, but you can tell the sun's about to start going down as you enter the house again. Yeah, and Mariko's she's eaten some things. You can see there's some things there, but she has mostly just spent the day writing in her journal. But she's written a couple of pages now.
I think Odysseus just goes straight through to the office and shuts the door.
Oh dear.
I am going to assume that it really did not go well.
Yeah. What the fuck are we gonna do now then?
Well, I still have my meeting to attend later on today. And
How's
if
that
this is
gonna
how...
go?
Yeah, that's certainly suspicious. Do you want any of us? I mean, I know he's asked you, but do you want any of us to go with you?
No, it should be fine. I have a feeling he'll know who you all are by that point.
We
And
can
having
just go
anyone
to
else.
the pub and have dinner there in a separate table.
I'd rather he didn't.
What if it turns into a fight?
Then it turns into a fight. I'm not raising a hand.
Alright. Your funeral, but also your choice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hurt him. I've done enough of that already. I'm certainly not looking forward to this. I don't imagine it's going to go much better than Odysseus' reunion went. He and Alexander left on good terms.
I can't imagine it's gone well.
No, given Cardi and I did not leave on good terms.
Maybe that's the secret.
Maybe he'll be all fine with you now. I don't know.
Maybe he's calmed down.
He is hoping. But he is still on Penitent's side, and I've made my stance clear, and I'm sure Penitent has spun that to Cardi in some way
maybe
that
Cardi
further...
went, fuck, my brother was ready to die for this. Maybe I'm on the wrong side.
I'd like that.
Come on, Penitent is is just a thing. You're his brother. Surely you being like willing to die is some fucking statement.
Certainly hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already seen he can most certainly turn family members on each other.
Yes.
Are you going
This
to
is-
apologise to Cardi?
Oh,
Cardinal,
yes.
I apologise. I'm picking up on your habit.
Oh, no, it's fine. No, I certainly am. I have a lot to apologize for.
Please come back, Starling. We'd
Yeah.
I mean, I
If you
don't
need
plan
help,
on
just signal
abandoning
to start
everything.
the tavern on fire.
I'm not gonna do that.
Then you're not going to get any help. I don't know how else you could signal for us.
It's a viable
This-
option. You should probably set the tavern on fire.
I once heard a tale about a man setting a tavern on fire. I don't believe it ended that well.
You've got your tail back though now.
Hmm.
It's getting kind of later, but Morel will up and go. Relica, do you mind if I speak to you?
What, me?
Yes.
Sure. Do you want to speak in private?
I would prefer that, yeah.
Verka looks around. There's a bedroom we can go to.
It's fine. She kind of like walks into the bedroom.
Verka just kind of looks at everyone.
Go on.
If you need help, set the bedroom on fire.
Yep.
I would
really
rather
need to
not
stop-
kill the child, but
We really need to stop using setting the arson as a means of assistance.
Listen, arson is the only true method of communication. They can't fucking intercept smoke signals, Sterling. You can shoot a pigeon down if it's got a message tied to it. Magical mumbo jumbo can stop all that. Yeah.
I'll think of something if I need you.
You're in the next room, just shout help.
True.
Do you go into the next room, Verelica? Verelica?
Yeah.
Verelica.
For
Oh god, they're merging.
Yeah. You go in.
Yeah.
And Verelica just kind of quietly just goes, okay, I've got a lot to say, but I just need you to understand when I'm not meaning it in a mean way. There's only I'm not meaning
I'm
it.
sure whatever you have to say isn't going to be anything too bad, so you don't have to worry about sounding mean.
I need you to go see the wombless mother. So I need you to die in some way.
What?
I know how you see the wombless mother, and I need you to go and ask her a question.
I mean, I don't have to necessarily die. I know I can speak to her.
You need to be in the waiting.
Can I ask why?
There's only certain answers that she knows. When you ask her, she she might get angry with you. And it's information you're not supposed to know.
Then why am I asking for it?
Because we need it to find out what you really are.
Gosh. I understand where you're coming from, Marilka, but to put it simply, I don't want to die again. You don't...
But you come back.
Yes, I do, but you don't understand. The waiting, it's not a pleasant place. You feel hollow, you feel empty,
I wouldn't be asking if this information wasn't important. It's the key to finding out where he wants to go. He's planning something. I just don't know exactly where it is. It's either this or we go to his holy site.
Where is his holy site?
It's conveniently just outside Hydon.
Would it not be easier to go there? Or do you think...
Would you?
Do you think...
From what I'm saying to you, Valericia, it is easier for you to die than to go to his holy site.
Lord, can I think about it?
The choice is yours. I'm not going to make the choice for you.
I understand, but I can also understand why you want it to be done. I mean, I guess you're right. I'll come back, but and it would be nice to know this information.
I can tell you the question I want you to ask them.
What do you want me to ask?
I need you to ask, what is the Vacana?
The Vacana?
Yes.
Alright.
She will get angry, but I believe she will tell you.
Alright. Let me think about it. I might have to talk to the others first. And then I shall see what can be done. But how do you know this? Were you told this when people were talking to you? Or is it something your mother has passed on to you?
Yes, and it was conveyed to me.
Okay.
I spent the day writing down my notes and thinking of what they were trying to really say to me. And this is the best I can get from there.
Right. Okay. Let me think on it. Because you are asking a lot of me, Erica.
I understand that, but again, we can go to his holy site. But from what I understand from what they told me, it's not a very nice place.
I'm sure it's better than the waiting.
That's for you to make the decision. I thought it was best to present you with the decision on your own, just so nobody else could get into your head what to do.
I understand. Alright. Yeah, I'll think on it. Thank you for the information.
Just nod to you.
Lyric is just gonna walk out the room and slowly close the door behind her.
Cool. Before I jump to the next bit, Raz, I got your message. What do you want to do?
Raz?
Is Raz here?
Razmataz?
Or is Raz meant BRB?
Cleric bro?
Hello, just got back.
Sorry, I got your message.
Yeah.
How would you like to do it?
Oh no.
He's gonna wait until Starling has gone to talk to Cardinal.
It's late enough, so I assume Starling may be going soon.
Yep. And when no one else is around.
Everyone else is staying in Burnie's house, so if you want to go out somewhere, it's up to you.
Yeah, he's just going outside as though like he's leaning on the railings.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's kind of gonna spend like a bit of time psyching himself up.
You dare.
Do not.
And then he's...
Do it. Do it.
Hey, do it!
Do it, pussy.
And then he's gonna say... Well, every bugger else has spoken to you. Thought I might give it a try. If that's truly the way you do things.
Okay.
Except Moryn. Moryn apparently hasn't spoken to
Okay.
you.
How do you want to call out to him?
Honestly, Venis is like... Now that he's kind of said it, he's like... kind of smiling in that same way that he did when he was first introduced to the group. It's kind of... He's very openly with all of his deception.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, almost like he's goading. Not that he's... Like, he... In his mind, he kind of expects that Penitent won't talk to him because he's one of the clerics.
Whilst being out in the railing, you hear all the doors to get back inside. They just kind of and start to lock. The curtains draw themselves, and almost like the night sky, all the stars start to go out, and all you can see around you is the platform the railing's on. That's all you see. It's just darkness and the railing you're on.
Yeah, he looks down. Can he see anything below the railing?
Nope.
I mean, if that's not a sign, what is? Are we playing this game? Or are we talking like civilized people?
Nothing. You hear nothing back.
You're definitely listening, though.
What do
I
you want?
suppose I have a question for you. And honestly, no deals involved. Whether you answer it is entirely up to you. But I want to know if you're interested in hearing the question first. If not, more than content to leave this be.
You feel like he's waiting for you to say something else. Almost like he wants you to say something to him before he'll start talking.
Shame I don't have a pocket watch, otherwise I'd be able to see how much time is going here.
Yeah, he just needs you to say something to him, and he can start.
Venis just like laughs. You know, saying your name gives you power, right? I'm not daft and I don't stray from my path. It's just a conversation piece.
You hear nothing back. Utter silence as you're in this kind of place. Do we wait like 5 to 10 minutes? Nothing happens. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Alright, Penitent, where are you?
And he will appear right in the middle.
Oh,
Traitor.
bollocks.
Finally!
Absolute bollocks.
Oh my god. And I thought you were never going to say it.
Honestly, you made me wait for 10 minutes, my friend.
Oh, wow. I need to make sure the real deal. If you really want to speak to me, I have to hear my own name.
Is that what we're adopting now?
Oh. Once one has a name, they love to hear it. I'm sure you love hearing people say Venis.
Venis smiles. Yes, that name that I definitely have.
Yes? Or do you want me to use your real name?
No. Heavens no. Oh,
Are you
goodness
sure?
no. Oh, bloody hell, if it came from your mouth, I think I'd have to jump off this railing. No, I have a question for you. And again, no deals. It's just entirely up to you whether you answer it.
Oh. I've got questions for you as well. But,
bloody hell.
please, let's, hear what you have to say first.
Just so you know, this is a talk.
Okay, we're just a chat between friends. That's completely fine.
Not supposed to use the F word. It's a chat between a religious man and a religious entity, really.
However you want to frame it, that's fine by you.
It helps me sleep better at night, you understand.
Please.
How long have people been worshipping you?
Ooh, I can see where you're going with it.
Can you? I'd be bloody surprised.
Oh. I could tell you. But it wouldn't have the same effect as you going to see it.
I do not follow.
There's a place I have. I like the people who believe in me to go visit.
Your holy site.
One word for it, yes. If I was some sort of divine creature that had such a vanity that I wanted to keep hearing people say their wants and needs to me, I guess you could call it a holy site. But let's just call it what it is. It's my office. It's just outside of Hydon. You go there, you get all the answers you need.
When did you start making deals? Ah, sorry. Do apologize. You said you had questions for me, and it's very rude of me to assume that I can just keep asking you questions.
How is the little one-armed bandit? I know she's with you. And I know you're keeping her somewhat safe. But I just want to know, how is she? Want to make sure she hasn't come to any harm or distress.
She's all right. Odeysus is looking after her, as are we all.
Oh, that's good. The man
and I'm there for counsel.
The man has a talent for it, and you do have an ear for listening. So I am thankful for it.
If he had his foxes, they'd be twitching at that right now, but instead he's just smiling. She's fine.
Good. Now you...
I mean, alive, thanks to myself, Moryn, Odeysus, Starling, Valericia.
Well, I have been trying to speak to her, but she's been somewhat elusive.
sometimes some people need time to process the trauma of having their entire farm slaughtered and eaten and used as a flesh cushion. Sometimes people need that time to not talk to entities, I suppose.
Some would say it's the best time, but we're past that now. Any other questions for me?
Of course. Since we're
Alright.
sharing. When did you decide to start making deals instead of helping those who worship you without cost?
I would say I still am helping someone.
No, without cost, without deals. Like you offered deals to Starling and he lost a tail. There seems to be a cost. When did you stop helping people?
I've always made deals, Venis.
Even with Morelka's mother?
Yes, oh, me and Marilka's mother go very far back.
So there were deals. I've just heard what I wanted to hear there, have I?
It seems that way, yes.
Forgive me for assuming you had a mediocre of decency.
I do. If there's one thing this world, this place can truly understand, it's the art of a deal, and it's if you ask for something, you have to give something for it. It's the fairest trade I've ever seen for anybody in any of these worlds.
Do you have any further questions for me? Question for a question.
I guess so. I have
in this conversation.
So many. Not
well.
Question.
If you have so many, I mean, I've only got one more question to ask about this. So you better make your next two good ones. Nothing for free.
A good deal. Let's just say.
Conversation.
I would say it's a deal if we're swapping back information. Call it what you will, but I know what it is. So, not more of a question, more of a suggestion. I see you've met Mr. Locke.
Sorry, also, since it's just a statement rather than a question, it's not really a deal. I'm stating that for the record. To help me sleep at night, you understand. But yes, make a suggestion. By all means.
I see you've met Mr. Locke.
I've stood there and watched him interact with people. I haven't spoken to him myself properly.
Very nervous
apart from
person,
being
Venis.
the face.
Mr. Locke and his boys have very important business, and I wouldn't want any other time taken up by people going and asking silly questions. So, if you can keep your people on a lead, it would help me out greatly.
Well, one day when I am a grand overlord of all of the realms and I have my allies and friends on leashes and can make such decisions, I'm sure I'll take that to heart. But as it stands, I cannot stop a single one of those people from doing shit. Happy to suggest it to them, though.
No, they all like to speak to you and have your advice. Of course, you can suggest it. Ask your last question.
You spoke very openly to Odeysus and Starling the last time we had a interaction. But in your unique situation, what was Tezace's role in your unique situation?
I have to be more clear, Venis. I need you to say what you want to say.
That's the question.
But I'm afraid I don't have an answer for you.
So I am safe to assume that Tezace didn't have a role in your downfall.
They all had
But
a
there
part.
wasn't.
They all had a part to play.
I
But
want to know what Tezace's was.
what's a sword's part in the massacre? Other than slicing through thousands of people. It's just a tool. Tezace, Matil, all of them are just tools, working away to pointless existence. They're just like me and you, except they have exceptional power to do the right thing, yet they keep it all for themselves.
So if they're the tools, who's using them?
Now you're looking at a bigger picture. We can't get there, Venis. We can't get there. Till they're out of the picture.
Do you have another question for me? Or a statement, since it's a conversation?
Oh. I guess I do. Venis, I have always liked your way of doing things. And if you've ever felt of being part of something more, and not just being chained down by going to every holy site, feel free to always come over to the winning side. Because I can assure you, I have your best interests at heart, and I know Tezace doesn't.
Thank you for your conversation.
It was a good chat.
You should make non-deals more often, especially if they lead to good conversation. There's nothing wrong with talking to somebody who will hear you out.
Conversation with you, Venis. I'll have any time.
Right, can I see the door now, if that's all right? I do want to go inside. It's rather chilly.
That's fine. Have a good night.
And I'm sure you will.
And you just disappear, and all the stars will come back. Everything just goes back to normal in an instant.
Venis takes a deep breath, steps out, immediately punts open the door and runs to Moryn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wherever Moryn is.
Oh, fuck. I guess I was in the kitchen.
Excellent. He's just gonna go and he's like,
Buddhas.
Moryn!
Hi, Venis.
Oh my goodness.
What's up? What's up? Why are you all sweaty?
I just spoke to the bastard outside.
What the fuck? Is he here? And I'm gonna fucking go
No, he's not.
Is he? I'll kill him.
He's gone. He's gone. It's just Venis, holding the back of Moryn's.
Well, next time, this is why we set things on fire, Venis.
Well, I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to ask
Why
him.
would you want to talk to that asshole?
Because, I don't know, conversation. I wanted to see if I could get anything.
Did you?
Yes, he answered, well, he answered my questions and then gave me some statements. We didn't make a deal because fuck no, I'm not doing that.
Fucking moron, yeah.
Am I? Yeah, am I still shaking? Oh goodness.
Yeah, and it's weird. The illusion is sweating.
Well, I'm fully
do that?
I'm fully human when I'm in this. It's more of a disguise than an
I thought it
illusion.
was like see-through-y, magic-y bullshit.
No, I mean if you choose to resist the image, then you might see through it. But if you choose not to, then I'm just as human as you are, my
Oh.
friend.
I really don't. What we need to sit down and talk about magic one day because I don't get it.
I'm more than happy to. In fact, I really need to sit down now.
Well, there's a table.
Absolutely shitting myself.
Well, don't do that. Right. So like, obviously you talk to him, right? And he,
Yes.
You didn't make a deal. Good.
No. Goodness no.
What did you
Fuck
get?
no.
What did you learn?
I asked how long he'd been worshipped for, and he told me to go to his holy site.
Right. Well,
He asked how Morelka was.
do that anyway. You asked about Morelka?
Yes, and I just said fine, because I was like, I'm not gonna fucking talk about all crazy bullshit.
Well, I mean, you did lie to him then, because she's not fine. We could both
She's
agree right now
she's
that
alive and she's fed and
she's got one arm. She is not. She's decidedly not fine, Venis.
well,
That
I mean,
poor
I
woman,
pointed that out,
she
and
needs a
it was
spa day.
yes. I think we all do after this. I then asked him, because of what Morelka told us the other day about, worship and such. I asked him, when did he stop helping people and start making deals? And he was like, no, I've always made deals, lol. And then he asked me to keep you all away from interfering in, his business. And I was like, no. I can tell you, but I can't stop you.
Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, Sterling's on his way to interfere with his business right now.
And then he mentioned that the gods were tools, and that there might be somebody using the gods.
Like another god?
I don't know, Moryn.
How does it work? You know what? This is why I worship bears, alright? Not complicated.
Do you know what? Yes. He also said that Odeysus didn't have my best interests at heart.
That
and
doesn't seem right, because she's always looked after you.
he has, yes.
This is a he?
Yes.
I always pictured them as a she.
Maybe gods can be both, depending on who pictures them. I don't know.
They are both.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of beyond that. But I just always imagined this big lady with like a long, flowy, like flowery dress. But like not like a flowery dress, like ones with like petals on it.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get sidetracked, right?
Yes.
She also
and yes.
has a really big sword in my head, but whatever.
Do you know what? I like that. He does. He had a big sword made of lightning when I first met him.
What? I want one of those.
It was a big storm. It was terrifying.
We're getting sidetracked, right?
Yes,
We'll
yeah.
throw it on some other time.
I need to tell Odeysus.
Well, yeah.
And I definitely need to tell Starling.
Yeah.
And I definitely need to tell Valericia. And I need to tell everyone this.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm telling you because, honestly, you're going to always tell it to me straight. You're always going to...
Well, yeah. Well,
yeah.
Yeah. It was fucking stupid, but it's...
Oh, yes!
it sounds like it didn't
100%!
go bad.
Oh, mate, he locked all the doors, barred all the windows, and I was standing in a void of a place. It was terrifying.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
Do you know, I'm terrified he's going to just want a conversation more often, which that's now terrifying me, because I did that whole thing of, oh, well, you should talk more.
Maybe you could. No, that wouldn't.
No, we're not doing it.
I was thinking about making him tea and poisoning him, but he's a god, not a person. So
And that would completely desecrate my entire sacred ceremony.
I mean, yeah.
I can't poison people with tea. I'm sorry.
Oh, fine, we'll make coffee then. God.
Excellent.
Do you think? Anyway, yeah. So He wants you to go to the holy site.
Well, if I want the answers to my questions, he wants me to go to the holy site. Yes.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Venis. I thought we were going to go there anyway. It sounds like the perfect kind of place to find more information about him. And also, we need to destroy that fucking place.
He doesn't like the idea of it being called a holy site.
Well, I don't give a fuck what we call it. Let's get rid of it.
Right.
Like, I assume these things are important to the people that run it. Let's fucking desecrate it and do whatever it is that gods don't like having done to their stuff.
Right.
So, visit holy site. Doesn't want you to. Doesn't want us fucking about, which is a good thing because it means we can fuck about in a way that pisses him off.
Matters. Yeah, that matters.
Yeah, that's a good thing. He's been around a fucking while, which is weird because I thought he was new. He knows Morelka, which we kind of already knew anyway, but you know, good to know.
And the gods might have a.
And there might be some weird thing puppeting gods.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Well, sounds like you did really good work, actually, Venis.
No, I need to sit down. No, I am sat down. Shit. In that case, I need to just.
Yeah, well done.
Welsh just sat down having a rest. Is there anything else you need to say before I switch over to Starling?
No, that's it. It's just presume that Venis continues to natter at Moryn for a bit.
That's fine.
That makes sense.
Starling, you walk off to yourself towards the Blue Hills. Go inside, and you do see the back of Cardinal's Head sat at a table.
Gonna take a deep breath. Just slowly walk over and sit down opposite him.
There he is.
Cardi, it's
Star. The hell you been?
up and down.
So I heard.
Yourself.
On top of the world. I've been having this great. Well, as you, I know that you know. So let's not talk shit. I'm having the best time of it, and I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure he's told you about what I did.
Yes, Starling. I know what you did. You said it. You got out of the deal, which I can understand.
You do?
Of course. I mean, it's not something you wanted, I assume. Not something I wanted, but I found my place in it. Do you want a drink at all, or do you want food?
I'm fine, thank you. You know, it's been so long. I've been thinking about all the things I was going to say, and now I'm here. I don't have anything.
Oh. Well, what is it you wanted to say to me? I know you've been looking for me.
The main thing I wanted to say was I'm sorry.
For what?
For everything. I know that you're enjoying where you are, but I know that when we parted it was because of me. I didn't listen to you.
Starling, it's always been like this. I'm always the half full cup, you're the half empty bit. You're always being a negative Nancy.
And the one time where you were telling me to stop, the one time I should have trusted your gut, the one time you were doubting, and I blew it off, and look where we ended up.
Yes, but Starling, we're not dead. In that moment, sure. All I could gurgle was I was right, but since then, well, I've had moments of clarity. And Parent's been helping me get there.
So you're fine with his plan? And I suppose you must be.
Hard question. Well, me and Alex talk it over. Alex is quite stuck on the plan. I think maybe there's a way to see a different way. But, yeah. The plan right now is the plan it is.
A different way?
Well, penitence. Patient of some sort. So I've been speaking to him and saying, like, make a deal. And he was giving me all these little riddles and all these little chats. And saying, there's no deal to be made, blah, 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 blah. So this is the only way to do it. But I think he could probably speak to all the gods. But
See,
there you
you're
go.
thinking there's a way they could reach terms.
I would hope so, yeah.
That is good to hear.
Oh, yes, it's to withstand the current of blood that's coming.
Did he tell you about Mother?
Yep. Told me how he saved her too. Well, Dad saved
Our
her.
father did.
Yeah.
Yes. Good, I'll be honest, I half expected him to not tell you.
How is Dad? Still a prick?
Not really, no. He's, we sort of made amends.
No, you know what he's like. He always makes amends. Then a day later, he's shouting at you for fucking bringing dirty boots in the door.
I think he was trying to protect me when I went back there last. I was trying to see if I could stay for the winter, and he didn't want me there, but I didn't
He's never wanted
realize
you
it
there.
until later. We were starting to reach a point of acceptance, I guess. I mean, you have to admit, we weren't exactly easy either.
We weren't.
Neither of us were blameless in that scenario. That whole thing. I mean, yes. A lot of what happened to us wasn't exactly fair, but we never made it easy.
Yeah. No. We were just kids. Just kids having fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you doing in Python anyway?
Mainly I was looking to find you.
Oh, well. Here I am.
My ambition was to see if there was a way that you would look to leave penitent service, but I can understand that that's not something you'd want.
No. I'm quite happy in his business, and we've got some good things coming in the way. Some good things coming shortly. It's all somewhat coming together for me as well.
Oh?
Yeah. Well, as you know, we both got our fucking throats slit.
Yes, I had mine reopened not too long ago. That wasn't pleasant.
It wasn't the best of situations. So understandably, yes, I was angry at the time. But almost dying does give you a moment of looking back in your life and thinking, I could have done a lot more. So, I was calling out to Penitent. It's kind of worked out for the best. And sure, I've had to do some horrible things in his service. Some things I'm not happy with, some things I'm not really proud of, but they needed to be done, Starling, you understand?
I understand.
You sure you don't want to drink?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Do you honestly believe there is a way that we could you could reach terms with Penitent? Find a way that he could potentially parley with the gods rather than destroy them?
Oh, mate said. Close to the idea to him, he didn't see there was a way, and then moved on with his life. So I'd like to think so, but again, I'm not him. I'm not God. There's something working for him.
What do you know of him?
He's harsh but fair. He sends me, Alex, Locke, and a couple of other guys on jobs, clearing out these holy sites and destroying some of them. Got us doing quite a lot, making deals with people, getting chests from here to there. Seems like he's got a lot of plans going on, which I don't really get. But he just tells me to get on with the work, and so I shall. And the gifts he gives me in return, I like. Tell you what, I've never done a job for him where the gift has been worth it. And this recent job was a doozy.
What was his recent job?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Hide on landlocked, so it's hard, well not hard, but difficult to get things in and out. So he sends us down to the coastline, waits for this little boat to come by with a chest on it. Pick up the chest and we smuggle it into town. And he told me it was in it. I didn't quite believe him.
What was in it?
He said it was some sort of thing. He had worked with this arcane large person. He said it wasn't a bomb. It was what do we call it? A displacement device.
Placement?
It's supposedly. Penitent said he didn't want to kill anyone. He just wanted to get rid of them for the time and scare a bunch of folks. So what this does, apparently, it just scoops a bunch of people up, places them somewhere else.
I think I've heard about these.
And I don't know the radius of it, but where we have it smuggled, we took a bit of killing to get it there, but it's there now. Obviously made it look like there was no chest there, it was just a regular killing. But, oof, definitely worth it.
I don't suppose you'd tell me where it is if I asked, would you?
What would you do with it if you were?
Well, I doubt I could do anything at all, really.
Yeah. Suppose you couldn't.
If it took you a lot of killing to get to it, and I don't even have the powers that you have nowadays.
You don't. You don't have the gifts I've been given.
Nope. It's difficult adjusting, I will admit. I must admit, I nearly walked into the sea.
It's good that you didn't, Starling. It's really good that you didn't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be here now. And if you weren't here now,
suppose.
Penitent wouldn't be able to give you.
What?
Well, let's not be serious, Starling. And Cardi will stand up, and everyone in the tavern will just slowly start disappearing like a mist. Do you really think I invited you here just to sit and have a little chat?
I was hopeful.
Nah. Starling, as much as you're my brother, when somebody gets me killed, I take it quite personally.
Yep. I can understand that.
Now, I'm not going to kill you, Starling, so you don't need to worry about that. But I'm going to make you wish you were dead. Does a 17 hit you, Starling?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, he goes to punch you and just misses.
I'd really rather we didn't.
This has been a long time coming.
I suppose it has.
And he'll just grab one of your horns. And so there's no way he's going to miss now if you're not going to fight back.
I'm not going to fight back.
Punches you in the face and it feels fucking hard. It almost like knocks you out of your chair. Alright. Well, we got a couple of hours of this. Now, if you don't worry, I'm going to invite some of the boys in. And we're going to completely kick the shit out of you.
That's what you need to do.
You see he whistles to the door. You see Alexander, Locke, a couple of other guys. So there's 6 guys in total. All walk over to you and start to beat the shit out of you. Punching you, knock you to the floor, kick you while you're down, and just stomp on you. If you're not fighting back at all, you're going to have a couple of broken bones. And then you're going to... a couple of big welts, cuts in your face. Eyes all swollen up. One walks... and you're laying there last and walks over to you, grabs your leg and just... completely slams down, cracks it. Alright, well... Starling will leave you... actually, no. And they drag you out to the street and just kind of chuck you in this gutter. Right, and Cardi will lean down to you. Right. I know you can still hear me. So I'm going to tell you this once, son. Stay out of our fucking business, or I'm going to put you down. For good. If you really don't stay out of business, we've got a brother who I can go pay a visit to. So I'll leave that decision up to you. He'll just get up and they'll all walk away. Sat in there like a broken, crumpled mess in a gutter is where we'll end this session.
Oofed.
Right. It's a good session, everyone!
I hate you.
I have not rolled a single dice in 6 weeks. Next game, second he sees Sterling's face, I'm going to have a reason for a 5.
Looking like we're about to have a tournament against these people.
Nope.
Save your fucking dice rolls.
They ain't making it to the tournament. Ian, you need to start thinking about how much lamp oil is going to cost.
Well,
We ain't making it to the tournament, man.
it's good to hear this. I love hearing all this. Yeah, we're back again in 2 weeks to see what's happening here. So that'll be the 10th of September. We're back. So thanks everybody came by. Thanks everybody for playing. Hope everyone has a nice night. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Why did I get rid of the wand of fireballs?
Ah.